Hello! Oh gosh, there's my... No.
That's a great way to start.
Try it again.
Perfect. I think we just keep going. This is great.
Doing
it live.
Welcome to House Rolls, where a bunch of us nerds from like everywhere in the U.S. play D&D. Just a little homebrew, a little fun with us. Let's go ahead and get a little music going. The Bardly link is in chat if you haven't picked that up yet. But where we last left you guys, as you all are joining us at level 2. So you all had gone through varying lengths of time in the high security prison of Vestia, near the more or less city outpost called Valanost. You all had escaped, made your way into the city, obtained the favor of a rather interesting dwarf individual. You had most of your primary needs taken care of for, and then some. And then you all had escaped in the night after some sketchy confrontations to find one of Lincoln's past characters. Remind me again what this character's name was. Mahar, thank you. With her instruction for you all to join her at the Crystal Formations, which is a dojo within the city. You all had made your way into and deeper down into the earth, where there was more of a secret sort of association called the Vale. You had made your way in, associated with a few of the individuals in there, super high secret passageways and whatnot, and had made a few deals, and now are plotting to make your ways back to the prison in order to hopefully regain some items that were confiscated from you while you were there, or perhaps to gain extra things you may come across. In addition, the Vale has hired you all to help them free some of their agents within the prison. So, let's see here. As you all are in this meeting, hosted by, of course, Mistress Vale, you find that there is a knock on the door. And the door creaks open, and in walks the rather short individual you all know to be Rhaegar. A sort of experimentalist mage of sorts. Comes in. Are we ready?
I think as we'll ever be.
Plans made. There is a time limit on these things.
And
On the ritual or the break?
I'm sorry, what'd you say? And he leans in towards Lucian.
On the ritual or the breaking into the prison?
Well, pretty much as soon as the ritual goes, you have a countdown of 6 hours, so...
Well, we'll be home by dinner then, I guess.
We sure on our plan as much as we can be before we begin this ritual, because we don't want to waste time discussing it once it has been completed.
Right. Why don't we just go through what we've planned out so far? Tan, you have the most overall perception of what we're doing. You want to explain it for us one more time?
Yeah. Lucian, Zunreth, you'll be going in as guards. Althega and myself, we will be going in as prisoners. August has elected to just take a stealthier route to just get in prison, and she'll be herself. Hopefully, once we're in there, August can potentially locate where the prisoners are, and then some combination of the four of us will be able to get them outside, hopefully, where it should be easier to have them escape through some means, depending on how this all goes.
And the alternate means is if the vent is not the the vent on each floor is not blocked off, we might be able to escape that way again if we don't have any prisoners that are too hefty, correct?
Yes. To our knowledge, we just need to get 2 from levels 1 through 4, and we have keys for level 1. So, we just need to find Adric and Valentino on 1 through 4. And then we have to find the Bloodkith siblings on level 5. And then we still have to somehow get into the Warden's office. Whether that's using me as bait to get her out, or me as a present to get in is kind of up in the air yet. I would prefer if we just try to use me as bait and get her out. Because I think that's the highest chance of success. Because we still have to plant those documents in her office and get whatever we need to in order to get to the warehouse.
So, to me, it sounds like we have 20% of a plan. Awesome.
That's all I've been able to come up with.
So,
Short notice.
what if me and Zunrith take you, dragging you to the Warden's office, and we have the Warden put you in a cell level 5. While she's out of the office, we have August get in there and do her thing. And then on our way out, we grab you as well as everyone else.
That shouldn't be a problem. If I can cause enough stir, I might be able to get August into level 5 if the guards can be persuaded one way or the other.
They won't be persuaded. Not by a random person who's been taken into custody.
Well, hopefully I can just cause enough of a ruckus that they'll come and break it up, is more what I'm thinking of.
Mistress
And I'm
Vale.
sure they won't hesitate to beat the crap out of me.
Mistress Vale kind of looks to the group. So, reminder, we are trying to do this without pulling too much attention to ourselves.
Yeah.
But, if you can convince them that it is a simple prison riot, by all means, just ensure that you're taking the proper precautions. The less aware they are of what's actually happened, the better.
The more people we can get out before we have to trigger a prison riot and make them go absolutely nuts, probably the better.
And Elfega, what are you doing?
That's what I am trying to figure out. I could also just try to pose as my father. I know him well enough. He's a bounty hunter, and presumably he is part of the team that is trying to recover. I could act as a distraction for the Warden as well, if you want me to lure her out. Maybe say that because of the escape that we need to audit or review the security measures, and at least get her out of the office.
It's a possibility.
Wouldn't it be suspicious, though? I mean, that we're bringing back one prisoner who came from the same prison break as your father's son.
Well,
Right? Wouldn't somebody be suspicious of that?
they don't know that we've been collaborating. We could have just went our separate ways after escaping.
I feel like they could put 2 and 2 together.
Yes, and if your father did say something to them, I believe Tan was in league with both myself and August in the bar.
Yeah. So they'll only know necessarily that it was us. Well, no. Jakron would have seen us all because we were all fighting by the time he jumped out the window. He would have seen us all there.
So,
get in, get the prisoners out, and then whenever it comes time to find a way to distract her, we'll try one of our methods.
And
we'll see
on
what
to the
we
way.
need to do in order to get down there.
If we can get the prison out through the vent, we don't have to worry about them. So if we can do one at a time through the vent, then we don't have to carry 4 people around.
It's true.
I could also, sorry to interrupt, but also, if it would be better, I could go in as a prisoner, and once I'm in a cell, I can change myself to look like a guard, pretend that I was thrown in the prison by some escape antics, and tell them that there is an escape out the front. That way you can all escape out the vent.
How long can you look like a guard for?
I think an hour?
And why don't you just come in as a third guard with me and Zunrith?
The only issue with that is that
The
the two of
only-
you will have official paperwork. He would have to pass as a guard without any name, by the way.
I like this plan. Please showcase what you would say to the guard when he came and questioned you and you were telling him. I would love to hear this story.
About being imprisoned?
Well, it seems like you have a wonderful lie concocted about
I don't think we have to
being
worry
a guard
about.
thrown into prison by a
I don't think we'll have to
escaping
worry.
prisoner.
It's not about telling an elaborate story, it's about having them see someone who looks like a guard inside the prison and tell them that they've escaped at the front door. Once they see that once they get the idea that there are people escaping, then they will start looking for them. I don't
And
need...
even if that were the case, August might be able to get the keys for us on any given level. So that way we can unlock the prisoners on those levels, and wherever Alphega gets locked up at, being a prisoner, between our first level keys that we got, we'll have to get other keys most likely. For the other levels, we should be able to get ourselves freed out of whatever
We're
situation.
already going to the warden's office too. Why are we so worried about the other guards?
Well, we don't have keys for the levels to get the prisoners.
There are
necessarily.
also
Warden
many
does.
guards.
That's fair.
I mean, yeah.
In
Unless
addition,
if you have a better plan for me, then by all means, I'm welcome to hear it. Otherwise, I can just stay here and talk with Mahar. I'd rather not just go inside a prison cell and pretend to be a prisoner and not have a means to get out.
Oh, did I hit a sore spot by calling out your bad plan?
I
Lucian's
Zunrith,
gonna
at least have a
pour-
plan.
Lucian's gonna pour himself a glass of wine and then hand the bottle to August.
Mistress Vale looks towards Zunrith. Zunrith, play nice.
He's just gonna go back to sipping on his own bottle of wine that he stole yesterday.
I'm perfectly
do
fine if you
some-
want me to just stay here. I just didn't want to ask you all to just go in prison by yourselves, but if I'm not gonna help, then I'll just stay here.
I
Oh,
think
what a
it
good
would be-
Samaritan.
I think it would be beneficial to have, if you can change your appearance, it might be helpful if you were to support August in her endeavors.
Yeah.
I can do that, but if I'm going as a prisoner, I'm going to go in a prison cell.
You will, but we have keys to one of the areas, and we'll have to get keys to some of the other areas.
If we put you in one of the open cells on the first floor, we can easily get you out.
Yeah, we already have keys on the first floor, so
Alright.
if one of us takes you there, if Zunrith or Lucian takes you there, they can just as easy. They just not lock you up or unlock you as well.
Alright.
It's just going to require talking to each other. And Zunrith, if we're on mission, can you leave the attitude here at least, please?
Of course I can, little boy.
I don't know. I feel like I might miss his charm otherwise.
Oh, by the way, if we can one of you bring my staff in? I doubt they'll let a prisoner bring a weapon in.
A staff? It's kind of a
Yes,
hard thing to conceal and not
My
something.
quarterstaff. It's more or less just something for you to keep on yourself, and if the fighting breaks out, I at least have a effective weapon to defend.
I'll go in as an old man and see if they'll let me carry it in, but they may not let me.
Use it as your walking stick. Good idea.
You would know best if they let you carry that kind of thing in.
Yeah.
They usually don't, but I don't know how else we could justify trying to bring it
Well,
in.
like I said, it would be on a guard. It wouldn't necessarily be
Oh.
standard equipment.
It might be a simple. If we're just lugging around your gear as well as your quarterstaff to turn in for whatever into the storehouse like normal. Which, by the way, we also have to go to the storehouse, otherwise I'm not going.
We have to go to the storehouse as well to plant the one document as well. We have to plant one in the warden's office and at the storehouse. So,
Well, it sounds like you all have something of a start. Alarmingly vague, but see if you can
I have
make
a-
do. You have several ideas, several courses of action you can take. Anything else you wish to discuss?
I think we're as ready as we're going to be.
Why
Lovely.
don't you re-specify the arrangements? We're doing this for you because, just in case some of us forgot.
Well, you all have something to gain within the prison. We are giving you the assistance, getting you in easy, and hopefully out easy, provided you don't screw up. You get your things. You also get our things.
And you provide a means to get us transportation off this location.
We will work on that. That requires several different arrangements. However, it will be heightened on the priority list post task.
Post not dying. Everyone, make sure you don't do that.
Try not to die.
Yeah.
You see Rhaegar goes, yeah? Oh, sorry. He just kind of goes back to being silent.
I guess before we go, I'm going to pack away my things here, just that way, because I'm not bringing anything in, more or less, because I don't want anything to get lost in there. I really don't want to.
Zunrith, you will be entering as Jason Greaves. And I believe you said Lucian was your other soldier of
Yes.
the guard.
Yes.
Lucian, you will be entering as Blithe Grins.
Blithe grins.
Yes. Both are human. So, understand that both of you may want to conceal parts of your identity.
Act more stupid. Got it. Thank you.
Very well, before we head off, you will get to visit the museum. And she stands up and begins to leave the room. Gestures for you to follow her.
Dan just
I'll
takes
take
off
a
much of his
slash
gear
like
before he
follows.
leaves. He'll follow.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
She takes you kind of around a corner and back behind the shack that you found Rhaegar doing his weird necromantic practices in, of like crushing stones and whispering souls. You find that there is a trapdoor behind, and she begins to descend down it. And pretty soon, after a few minutes of spiral stairs that begin to slowly turn into a more structured, more perfected carving, should we say, you enter this large, almost dome-like room with a number of different ornamentations, different runes. Those of you who like can make checks corresponding to what runes adorn themselves in the walls and things. But otherwise, you can see a number of different pedestals, shelves, other different platforms full of various magic items. There is a tome on a sort of tall book stand that is kind of encrusted with an owl and wings that you go to, and she says, "This is our inventory of magic items. So long as you work with us, you will be permitted one at the first tier. You have a selection to make. It will assist you. We will also provide a bag of holding for you to assign to whoever keeps that on your person."
Should be one of the guards.
For now, yeah. Lucian.
She hands kind of a pearlescent blue bag over to you, Lucian.
I'll
You
look
can-
in it.
It looks kind of like a black hole.
It's a bag of holding.
Interesting.
Anything you put in there will be stored effectively. It's a lot larger than it seems of a storage space. Not to mention, any weight will not be experienced by you. So,
Well, this looks like a good place to conceal a few things.
and this is something that I think I told you guys before session. Who would like to go first in consulting the ledger and going and finding their item?
Alphega / Lincoln will go.
Okay.
He'll,
While you do this, as you approach the ledger, why don't you give us a description of your character?
yes, alright. Sorry, I had the description up here. So, Lincoln, who previously addressed himself as Alphega in previous sessions, so you may hear him be called either or. He is a tiefling, stands about 5'10", fairly lean, 170 pounds, keeps a good posture, typically wears some nicer clothes, where they will either have some regality to them or purity, so there may be purple or gold, white as well, not all at once, but usually there's maybe just one of those colors with a trim to it. He has shoulder length black hair, golden eyes, and a neatly trimmed black goatee that goes around him. And no other major descriptors, so that's probably enough, yeah. Oh yeah, and he has dark red skin, as most tieflings do.
Excellent. And what item do you pick out after viewing the ledger and finding?
Anticipating the potential need for climbing and or escape, he is going to opt for the rope of climbing.
Okay. You find yourself approaching a pedestal where there is kind of a rope that looks vaguely normal, but upon close inspection, it almost seems like there are green hints in threads spun throughout the hempen rope, and it kind of almost gives off this slight iridescent wave at really close inspection. Go ahead and add that to your inventory.
He will grab it, but he is going to hold it out for illusion. You have the holding bag, so
Yeah,
I don't want this confiscated from me.
of course.
So if you want to add it to your inventory, for
Yeah.
now you can have it.
Awesome. All right. So, rope of climbing for Lincoln, and who would like to go next?
I will. Just give me half a second.
Okay.
I'm learning how to spell. hooked on phonics and such. Yeah. Yeah. Lucian will be going next. Towards the ledger. Lucian is tall and slender, slight muscular builds, half elf. Just a very slight point on his ears. He has like coal black, dark wavy hair and a rather defined and chiseled jawline. His resting face is rather disinterested or bored, kind of like a pristine, very practiced face to prevent showing of emotion or hinting at certain things he might be thinking. He has a slight point to his ears, and they have earrings in them, which are pure platinum suns with black and blue gems in the center of them. He wears kind of a dark red high-rise shirt with a turtleneck, and then a dark furred overcloak, as well as dark leather riding boots, black riding boots. And he'll go to the ledger and he'll see if he can find the oil of slipperiness.
Ooh, all right. Yeah, as you begin to look around, the ledger informs you exactly where to go. It's near the very, very back of the room. But you also find a shelf, this one full of various different vials, and pretty quickly you find a shelf full of black ones, each one neatly and pristinely labeled. You find one, it's almost propped up. It's in a bulb shape, so it doesn't sit on its own. It has to go on a stand. But it is indeed filled with this kind of black, oozing liquid that almost seems to slightly defy gravity within. Upon closer inspection, you can see these, like, swirling mists of something even blacker than black. But you have found your oil of slipperiness. Who would like to go next?
I can.
Excellent. August?
Don't hog the ledger. Move, move, move.
All yours.
August is the adoptive sister of Lucian. She is an elf of some variation. She's got dark skin with a smattering of freckles across her cheeks and her nose. She's got like coily curly hair. It's like not quite coily, but not quite curly either. That's dark white, definitely not natural with how she looks. And right now it is kind of brushed straight so that it creates like a wave and cascade from the top of her head over to one side. She also has bright, unnaturally blue eyes. She is average height for an elf. On the lean side, I guess lithe might be a good way to describe her. Wearing a very, I guess, conservative, like neck high, like black overcoat / dress with pants underneath that would not be unsurprising to find in another universe on someone named Kylo Ren. It's very much that aesthetic.
Ooh, man.
Or somebody with the prefix Darth. Just very much that kind of aesthetic as far as her clothes go. And she has a rapier and a dagger. And she's going to pick the boots of Elvenkind.
Excellent. All right. Make a note here. And who would like to go next? Oh, you find the boots. There is like an entire wall dedicated to attire. You can see cloaks, armor, various different things, belts, boots, the whole smattering. And you find this very neatly crafted. You actually find several in different colors. There's one in kind of a silvery lavender tone, one that is kind of in a stark white, You find a few pairs of black, some more in that kind of greenish silver
Black.
typical. So, all right, black it is.
I'm not going to wear all black and then have gold boots on
Why
a stealth
not?
mission to a prison.
pull a
You
Wicked
look
Witch
into
of
the
the
darkness,
West.
and all you see is 2 boots floating in there.
Your ruby slippers.
They're fabulous. But
You think to yourself, wow, I'd really like to have them. Then they started running at you.
Oh my god.
The real
You
reason
wake up-
you've been imprisoned, failure to accessorize properly.
You wake up 3 months later in a mental hospital. Where did the boots go?
Oh man, I love it. All right, excellent. Who would like to go next?
I guess I will go next. Tan will approach the ledger now. He is a rather small, 5'4", 5'3", fire genasi.
Mhm.
He has dark black hair, braided neatly into cornrows going down the back of his head. He is rather small, like I said, with yellow eyes, and he wears a very simple outfit, now much more well designed for the cold weather
Mhm.
that they are currently in. But it's still very open, still free flowing. Right now, for distinguishing features, he would have on him 3 plain tattoos that you would see on him, 2 on his palms in the shape of just the outlines of diamonds, and then 1 on his left shoulder in the shape of 3 waves in an interconnected circle.
Nice.
And he would also have 2 earrings on his pointed ears.
Awesome.
And he will pick up. I think I'm going to change at the last second. I think I'm going
Ooh.
to go for the dust of. Not the dust I had before. Let me make sure I get the right name.
Dust of Disappearance.
No.
Ooh.
The dust of emotional
sneezing
security.
and choking. Dust
That
of
doesn't exist
sneezing
in
and-
this world. What are you talking about?
Sorry, Luke.
Oh, you're good. Dust of sneezing and choking.
Oh, okay. You might have to remind me exactly what that does when you use it, but
Yeah.
I vaguely recall reading it at some point in my life. All right. You
And,
find yours. Sorry, go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just saying, you find it on the same shelf that you find Lucian at. You are able to see that there is, among the many, many different bottles on this particular wall, there is also a number of different packets of different reagents, certain dusts of a kind, but also other interesting dry consumables of the magic items, shall we say. But you find it neatly labeled as well.
Okay. While I'm there with Lucian, I'll just hand it to him and say, here you go, because I'm certain I can't smuggle that in.
All these things are really starting to weigh me down as I put it in the bag.
I thought that bag was supposed to be weightless.
Oh, well, it's the emotional weight of carrying your stuff.
Please. You're not even holding my baggage yet.
All right. And lastly, but not least, Zunrit. What do you consult with the ledger?
Zunreth walks up to the ledger. Question. Are any of these items present in the room at all, or is it just the ledger and then they bring...
So the ledger, it's kind of set up like a library. Like the ledger was the computer where you're like typing in where is it. It gives you like the ISBN
Gotcha.
and like the location number. You go find the I
feel like Zunreth, while everybody was consulting the ledger, would have just wandered
Oh
for a little
gosh.
bit.
Okay.
Zunreth, by the way, is a drow elf man. Long white hair, though it's ratted and knotted and hasn't been taken care of in years for sure. Kind of dotted with scars and bruises on his face. Kind of this dark purple ashen colored skin with glowing yellow eyes. And he's wearing this slate gray overcoat that's covering over top of this very, very plain, almost dark brown and tan kind of just tunic and pants and kind of these the boots that certainly were not meant for basically like Goodwill boots, as cheap a pair of warm winter boots as possible. He's just walking around, and I think if the building is large enough, he would maybe come across an amulet with a crescent moon on it, perhaps.
Okay.
If that was somewhere. And he's going to find and choose Amulet of the Devout.
Ah, that's a very good item.
Yeah. Just very interested, just pluck it and just look it over for a little bit.
Okay. As you kind of pick it up, you see that it has there are several versions of these amulets, each adorned with various different symbols. The one that almost calls to kind of like Tinkerbell Pixie Hollow style, as you walk near it, it begins to kind of rattle on the shelf, is this moon-shaped one. However, you notice that there are other moons. Most curiously, there's one in kind of an elliptical moon shape, and one that almost looks like some kind of imploding moon, which is an iconography you might not be super familiar with. You can make a check if you like, but it is adjacent to this one.
Sure, what would the check be?
Why don't you give me a religion check?
All right.
Cal, I really think you need to do something with your metaphors. Tinkerbell's Pixie Hollow. What the hell is that?
Like the tables, okay? Like the tables with the talents. You go up to the talent and it like spins and sparkles.
I have no idea what
No
you're
idea
talking
what you're
about.
saying.
But it
You
sounds
made me more
fantastic,
You know
I
what I'm
guess.
talking about. Hopefully you all know.
That's a 3. So I don't think I know anything about it.
Yeah, it strikes you as odd, but it doesn't particularly bring forth any memories in your head. But yeah, you go ahead and grab this ornament.
So the one with the crescent moon is the one that draws my eye the most, I guess.
Yeah, it seems to react to you. Something about it feels right.
Okay. No, take it, put it on, and just slip it under my shirt.
Okay. All right. So, all of you have described your characters. All of you have gotten your items. You kind of make your way back to the center. Mistress Vale, who stands as an abnormally tall elf at about 6'1", is a very pale gray-toned drow with these gleaming red eyes. She has this very short, almost buzz cut white hair that just kind of stretches back around, and looks to you all. Well, are you done? Made your decisions?
Yes.
Why are you making it
already
so
have-
dramatic?
I live for drama.
Yeah.
To the ritual. And she turns and begins to leave up the stairs again.
I'm sure her cloak or whatever swishes in the wind.
Very Snape-like, yes.
Yeah.
Seems all too familiar.
It's a billowing cloak.
Just a cloak of billowing, just because she had to have it.
Is that a
It's
magic
the one
item?
item you can't find in the museum.
Nah, she's got Snape's cloak because he walks down any hallway. Just
Oh, man.
Bo.
This looks like a Dementor flying at you.
Mm-hmm. All right. So she leads you guys out of the museum. She makes a few marks in the ledger as you guys take each item, and eventually leads you to a section of this underground space that you hadn't quite seen yet. You can see that Rhaegar has been preparing, drawing several different lines, circles, glyphs, runes in the ground in front of you. You can see that there are a couple of different placements. And as soon as you kind of approach the area, you all can hear the whisperings that you've begun to experience before. She looks to you all. Well, are you ready to establish a temporary connection?
Yes.
I guess.
well, I mean, none of you have bought me dinner, so whatever.
She smiles a little wryly at it. At your comment.
It gets less funny the longer you have to live with it.
Oh, I didn't think it was funny.
And a wave of uncomfortableness washed over everyone.
Just awkward silence.
So, without much further ado, she gestures to Rhaegar, and Rhaegar looks to you all.
All right, so the way that this works, you have to think of someone you've known in your life. When souls cross, they create a sort of connection. This connection can be vague or specific, strong, weak, doesn't particularly matter in this case.
Can you just give the instructions, please?
Yes,
We don't need the explanation.
picture one person who's died.
Oh.
Period is at the end.
Just anyone who's died. Anyone.
That you've connected with in some manner.
Possible. Everybody I love is alive.
I'll
Does it have
That's
to be
really
upside down, you.
unfortunate.
Does it have to be a positive manner?
No,
Wonderful.
you will need to do some convincing, but details.
Done.
Lovely.
fine.
And he grabs Lincoln a little by the wrist and like pulls you over to this kind of circle in this crystalline dust. Begins to kind of glow with this eerie blue color.
Anyone else ready?
Yeah. Ready as I'll ever be.
Begins to
I
pull
think-
each of you one by one. Ten.
He just says, I think.
As you all position yourselves, the whispers die completely. He said, and he goes to the center and he begins to weave his hand, muttering a very complex incantation for those of you that are proficient in Arcana. And the gems begin to rise off the ground, floating around and creating mists, torrents, almost like small tornadoes in different spaces, rotating around, creating this very dramatic display. As each of you thinks of your person, let's go to Lincoln first. Who do you picture in your head?
His namesake, Alphega.
Interesting. So as you reach out to this soul, the crystals begin to form, and you all, out of the corners of your eye, though you might be occupied with what's in front of you, can see this equine creature begin to materialize, and a horn stretch out from the top of its head. Why have you summoned me in this way?
I didn't realize that there would be a conversation here, but it is part of a ritual for us to connect my thoughts with my companions here as we break into the prison.
A matter of necromancy to communicate. Interesting.
We're all watching this, right? Or
Yep.
is this?
Oh yeah, you all
okay.
see this. You will, and like each of you will have a turn doing this.
Okay.
The shock is now on my face, realizing I have to talk to someone.
Yeah.
You need to borrow a fraction of the essence of me that is dead to communicate. Yes?
You, in all fairness, you told me that a couple of my companions here needed help.
Done. It's a small cost to me. It's yours. And you can see that
Thank
there
you.
is like this in this crystalline almost avatar. He like kind of pokes his horn into you and it just kind of falls off. And you have this like crystalline horn that as soon as you hold it begins to dissipate and form around your body and meld with it. You feel this intense access to a world beyond this, and I'll give more description of this as we go through each person. So,
Sure. Lincoln just says, "Thank you, Alfega."
You feel this conclusory, "You're welcome," kind of in your soul. So who would like to go next? As you guys feel this release, the tether that is tying Lincoln to Rhaegar almost just snaps. And if anybody wants to try and like pull at it for the next opportunity, you can. Otherwise, I'll just pick someone. All right, I'm picking someone. August.
I'll go.
Oh,
No, Xenos
Okay.
will just go.
okay. All right, Zunrith.
Cool. Yeah.
Okay.
He's thinking of his commanding officer that died 30 years ago.
Oh, okay. You begin to manifest this picture, and real quick, is this... Okay, never mind. I figured it out. So as you picture this figure in your head, the crystalline structure symbols in the same way, a woman, a drow woman, appears before you. Zunra.
Oh, you're looking quite better than I last saw you. Also more intact, little Anta.
What? She looks around and comes very close. What is it you want with this magic?
I don't want anything, but the royalty want to use, I guess, part of you to help with our overall plans from the past. You know, you probably still remember, I would imagine.
One does not forget the agenda so easily.
Of course.
So what is it you need from me?
Well, I imagine, based on my companion over here taking the horn from an equine friend they have, apparently, a piece of you, I believe.
She begins to look around at like the entirety of the ritual and comes to you. You need to borrow something from me for this connection.
Yes. I mean, it would be a shame if I couldn't, and you know, let your country down and also
Ooh.
disgrace your name.
Make a persuasion check with advantage.
I'm guessing I can't do intimidation. Or
Oh, you
actually, no,
can.
wait. Persuasion might be better.
I mean, intimidation could work. It's a little bit, it's maybe a bit of a stretch, but I'll allow it.
Oh no, persuasion's fine.
Okay.
That's a nat 20. I will take a photo. I will take a photo.
You can sense a retort, like on her lips, on her tongue, that she just kind of stifles. She says, "Very well," and she just begins to gesture her hand out to you. And as soon as you touch it, just from the middle finger, it begins to just do the same thing that the horn did and merges into your body. And the string snaps between you and Rhaegar. Next, let's do Tan.
Okay. So Tan will think of. He doesn't have a name. He just has people that he can think of, and he just is hoping that one of them comes to him. He just thinks of all the faces of that one night whenever he tried to help the people who were being raided by the pirates. And he just thinks of several of the civilians that were around there, as he doesn't know if which ones of them are alive or not.
Okay. Yeah, as you picture this moment in your memory, you see a couple of faces that kind of shift and flicker in the crystals before you as they seem to be trying to find some sort of cohesive image. Finally, they settle on what looks to be kind of a bearded half-elf who comes up. You can see he has like an earring in his ear and just kind of looks at you, abnormally hairy for a half-elf, and is just... Oh. Who are you?
I am Tan of Clan Marcus.
Great. And I'm not dead. Shit. Wait.
No, you are dead. This ritual has just brought you closer, I think, to living than not for the moment.
Huh. Interesting. And why have you called me here?
We're hoping to free some people who are stuck in a prison, and I need your help for it.
Go ahead and make a persuasion check.
I don't think that's going to work. That's a 2 plus mod, which isn't probably that great. Persuasion. Yeah, 2.
Great. So help more people the way you helped us. Tell you what, why don't you do something for me? Instead. Trade. I want to hear about my daughter.
Who was your daughter?
You can look for the Kelvin family.
The Kelvin family?
Kelben. Kelben. On the same island where you used to, wherever the fuck you are now.
Okay. And what do you want me to do once I find them?
I want to know how she's doing. And then use whatever weird magic you have now to contact me. I want to know. And you better hope she's okay.
I will see what I can do.
You have a deal. He too extends his hand.
I will take his hand as well.
Same thing happens from the fingertips to the wrist, begins to deteriorate, turn into smoke, and merges into your body. Let's
Okay.
do... I kind of want to see whether... I want to see August or Lucian. Let's roll a house roll.
Rollies.
Zuneth is
We're the only two left.
whichever gets chosen before anything happens. Zuneth is just gonna lean in to
I got a 3.
to the maiden and just, oh man, now we get to the juicy bits.
What'd
I
you
do
get?
love a good.
What'd you get, Lucian?
3.
3? August?
No, you said a house roll. I thought that meant like one person was rolling it.
Oh, no, like both of you roll a d12. Whoever is lower has to go
4.
first. Ooh, alright. So, Lucian, the string tightens and strengthens between you and Rhaegar. Who shows up?
Garcia.
Garcia.
From the Watchful Eyes. From the Watchful Eyes.
From the Watchful Eyes. Okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I won't give you the satisfaction, Cal.
Okay, that's fine. That's fine. Talk amongst yourselves as I literally pull up your backstory. Thanks for pulling up something obscure. By the way, everyone watching, talk about like 20 plus different NPCs in his backstory, so...
Yeah.
Just use the search function.
Let me...
Yeah, I believe Mike was going to give you an index of his characters at the very least, a table of contents for his characters.
I mean, it's at the bottom, is the index. But you want a quick description? Garcia is the leader of the Watchful Eyes. He's a big burly warrior who wields an axe. He's the guy who contracted us on the last mission we went on.
Okay.
Without doing his research, by the way.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. Alright. Excellent. So yeah, before you see, let's say a bulky Goliath individual towering at about 7'3", extremely muscular, in the typical birthmarks that come alongside most Goliaths. What the fuck?
Yes, Garcia. Welcome back to almost living? You've been dead for about a week.
Make a deception check.
Oh, he has been, right? I was only in prison for like a day, right?
It took you at least a month to travel here, so...
Oh, so a few weeks. You've been dead for a few weeks.
Right. What is it you want?
Well, you know how you had that last contract we had to escort the, very shifty merchant caravan? And then, you died when we were attacked by some random mob?
Vaguely.
Yes, turns out we were actually escorting a slaver caravan, and we were killed by a mob from the city, of which we all died, save me. I was arrested and accused of a slaver. And then I was put in prison. So what I need from you is I need a little bit of your help so I can go back to that prison and help some other people out.
You said a lot of words. You need my help?
Yes.
To help the slaves.
No, not helping the slaves. I might help. No, we're helping people who are in prison.
Zuneth's just gonna lean into.
sucks.
Zuneth's just gonna lean to August and go, "This man hired you? You were working for him?"
You're muted.
I'm not a part of this.
No, you see, I need your help. You got us all killed.
I got that part.
All right, now, do you get the part that you got us all killed?
Oh shit.
Yeah. Yeah, it's working.
I guess
Right.
I kind of owe, don't I?
Just a little bit, yes.
Okay.
Right, and
Right.
just to make you feel better, I will be sticking it to, what was the guy who employed us, his name?
Talking about Bramberly?
Yes, I'm gonna stick it to Bramberly, that filthy halfling.
Oh, I thought he was a sweet guy.
Of
My
course you
bad.
did. Yes.
Sure. And forks over his hand.
Shakes.
Same thing happens. And then August. Who do you think of?
Ophelia.
Okay. You all see a crystalline structure assemble of a satyr. Beautiful flowing hair, the horns, but there's something about her that fizzles in and out. It's the only person that you all have summoned that seems to be it's like a fuzzy phone call almost. Augustine?
You're dead.
Yes. How am I here?
Spell. I'm sorry.
No, don't be. The Baron continues things after death. This is a break.
What do you mean continues things after death?
I can't quite tell. Our souls are getting used for something. Anything to get me out of there is a blessing.
He's not some sort of necromancer.
I think it's the people he's working with.
Okay.
Anyways, what is it that I'm here for?
Ritual of connection or something. I'm not really sure. You know, I'm not really magical.
I think I understand kind of what's going on. I just need to lend my essence for a brief stint of time. Brief. I'm more than happy to do so. Again, it's a break. It's nice to see you.
I wish I could say the same.
I understand. And she actually goes in for an embrace. And for her, it's kind of more of a whole body diffusing and merging into you, rather than just a handshake. And the ritual begins to spiral and wind down. Goes.
That was a lot.
Thank you for your commentary. It's very useful.
Thank you, Riga. Mistress Vale points and gestures to you all. Well, looks like we have the task ahead.
All right, how are we getting there?
This way. And that's where we'll go ahead and break as she begins to take you through various different underground pathways, backway alleys, until you finally are able to get out into the cold to the entrance of Vistia, which is where we'll pick up when we come back from break. So let's go ahead and take a few minutes. Let's say 10 after. Okay. See you then.
All right, let's do that.
Yep.
And we're back from break. So,
Bow.
she begins to lead you through. A little bit before that, she does outfit two of you in proper guards attire. It seems to be modified, but I do believe both of you are proficient in medium armor. So this is specifically just a 14 plus ace, 14 plus dex, max of 2. Chain shirt style. So that is your armor for you two. It was Lincoln and Tan going in as prisoners. She outfits you in very, very similar rags to what you left in. Admittedly, these are a little bit cleaner, so that's kind of nice. But they're the same kind of rags, so you're back to that. And you guys have the opportunity, if you want, you can put all of your equipment in the bag of holding, if you would like, so that it doesn't get confiscated for at least the two of you. Okay.
Yeah,
Lincoln will do
I'll
that.
Okay. Just keep your inventory on your character sheet, and just, hopefully you'll be close enough to Lucian to retrieve it if you need it.
Yeah, please don't make me record your entire inventory in mine.
That being said,
Right.
you two will be able to keep at least the one magic item. You are going to be able to conceal that on your person. Chain shirt.
Got
I
it.
would assume that somebody gave me thieves' tools.
Oh yeah, if you do not already have those, somebody would have brought those to you.
Yep.
Okay, excellent. Are there any other requests for equipment that you all would have made?
I probably would have got armor.
Okay. Yep. They set you up with probably a studded leather.
Sounds good.
Excellent.
I would have made the request for caltrops.
Okay, excellent. They are able to provide those to you. Another note to note is that while you all are after this ritual, there's this period of assimilating into kind of this semi-hive mind experience. You're in control of what thoughts you share, but it's almost as if all of you are strongly empathic towards each other. So like you can kind of understand what each other is feeling a little bit, just kind of on an innate level. So there's that. What was your comment, Lincoln?
I had second thoughts because they probably wouldn't let me wear armor as a prisoner inside the cell anyways. So
Yeah.
yeah, never mind.
If you want, you can try to get an armor set and put it in a bag of holding, and then try to find a corner to put it on. But it does take 10 minutes to don armor.
Yeah, not gonna go through the effort for +1 AC.
All right. So with all of the equipment, she begins to lead you through the alleyways, through the caverns, into finally the front of Vistia. She leaves you behind, just telling you, August, sneak in. Zunrith and Lucian report to duty. Lincoln and Tan, make sure that Lucian and Zunrith are the ones taking them in. Kind of preps you with that. And hands over the note and the letter for you to dispose of and plant. But other than that, she kind of leaves you to approach the entrance of this prison. You can see the gate that kind of stretches almost ominously directly in front of a cavern, entirely out of iron bars and whatnot. Who's approaching?
If we don't have shackles, then perhaps you want to use the rope that I grabbed to bind my wrists.
Sure. Right. So the gate that we're approaching is the gate to the prison.
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we should bind. Let's bind Althea, and you'll be unconscious, and we'll be hauling you.
Oh, you're gonna make me unconscious?
You're gonna pretend to be unconscious.
Oh, yes, that's what I meant.
That way we don't have to bind you, if that's fine.
If you'd like, I can make you actually unconscious.
Not today. Maybe another time.
The offer still stands.
Maybe we can have alcohol after this and get you unconscious.
Okay.
It's too bloody cold out here. Let's do this.
All right. I will let Lucian pick me up, I'm assuming.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right. You guys approach the gate. The two guards, a feminine voice kind of speaks out from behind a helmet. Hey! What's going on?
This is Blithe Graydon's reporting for duty. We got a pickup of a couple of escaped prisoners. On the way, a bounty hunter dropped them off. We actually had the coin to pay him off. We need to get reimbursement from the warden. And this one specifically has got the warden wants to see right away.
Go ahead and give me just a straight up persuasion check. See how well that went off. Yeah, just a straight up persuasion check. I think works here.
19.
19.
Nice.
Excellent. She goes, from Blithe?
Yeah, right?
Damn! I didn't think you were I didn't think you were capable of anything.
Well, you know, Ma always told me I amount to something.
Right. Sure. Stamp your paperwork in and we'll get you in. Kind of goes over to a desk. The other guards kind of step aside and make way for you guys to go into kind of the entryway into almost a very small, limited foyer of sorts.
So do they open the gate or something?
Yep, the gate opens, and then there is kind of this area just inside the cave where there's like a short stone desk. You guys didn't come in this way when you were imprisoned. There was some kind of back side entrance that you were brought through. There's a book of sorts and kind of a little bit of a card system for you to kind of clock in, essentially.
Who's at the desk?
There seems to be a gentleman with kind of a little bit more scruffy, not as well armored or equipped, but just kind of looks up. You ready to clock in?
Yeah. Here's my paperwork. And I'll kind of nudge Zunrith as well.
He'll just quietly give his paperwork.
Looks over. Right. Welcome, Jason and Blithe. Your assignments today. Blithe, you're on the first floor. Jason, you're on the third.
Yeah, sounds good, but we gotta take this guy to the warden first. His Zonhert wants to see him. Apparently something to do with warden's daughter.
From Blithe.
That's me.
The warden made a special request of you.
No, not of me. This prisoner. You know what this is?
I just have a really hard time believing. Go ahead and make a deception check.
Okay.
Zunat. Oh wait, no, damn, you already rolled. Couldn't even
What?
try and assist.
What? Well, go ahead and try. What are you gonna do?
He's just gonna walk up close to the desk and just lean and just look. I told Blithe that if he said that he was requested that he would help if he could help me with actually getting this prisoner. Just please don't mind the
Yeah, go ahead and take advantage of that as he kind of like nods and like very subtly is like, oh, okay, I get it. Yeah, that's
15.
nice of you. 15. Okay. Kind of goes. Right. Well, make your way in. And we'll go ahead and bring you guys over to the new map. Go ahead and real quick, as you're leading the prisoners in, August, how are you getting in?
That is the question.
Yes, it is.
Because it looks like the front entrance would be a little bit too tricky. So I feel like tried to go for that side entrance that we were originally brought in.
Okay. Yeah. I will say, as you kind of scout out towards the side, just as a heads up, to clarify, you all have 100% all access telepathic communication to each other. So, you have that within a mile radius, which you aren't going to leave, I assume, during the course of this game. Or at least this session. So, you're able to kind of scout around. Are you going to tell the party kind of what you're doing as a heads up, or are you just going to make your way in? No. Okay.
They know I'm sneaking.
Yeah, that's true. You make your way over to kind of the side entrance. There are guards that you are able to spot here. However, there are kind of ways to try and sneak in, as this is more of a patrol situation rather than a stationary set. There are also, you can see some obvious vents that don't look to be blockaded kind of up the side of the mountain if you want to try to climb in that way too.
Best to go into the vents and see what that situation is anyways.
Okay. Awesome. You go ahead and give me a check to climb. Your choice with what makes sense.
10.
10. Okay. Why don't you give me a stealth check as well, as I assume you're doing this rather carefully.
Yes.
Okay.
25.
All right. Yeah. You disappear into the snowy, rocky side of the mountain. And while it is difficult and it takes you time, you are able to position yourself well enough that you're not seen over the amount of time that it takes. So you're in the clear, but it does take a little bit of time. So you get to the first vent, and you can see that there are two others. Would you like to try and figure out maybe where these go based off of kind of placement, angle, or anything like that? Or do you think your character would just kind of hop in and go forward?
Crawl into the first one.
Okay. You begin to crawl through this one, and you find the same kind of winding patterns. Obviously, it feels a little different because it's a different vent, but eventually you make your way into the cell of another prisoner. And I will go ahead and drop your token. And as you're kind of looking in, oh no, do you not have dark vision? You should have dark vision. Hold on. I need to fix this.
Yeah, I do.
don't see anything on the map. If that's what you're talking about, Cal.
Okay.
I don't see anything on the map.
Okay.
It's my very first feature listed.
Do you have?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you have dynamic lighting on? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I do. I just didn't
Okay.
set it to your token, so I'm fixing that
Okay.
real quick. Okay. And you are kind of in the ceiling. You can see what looks to be a human woman, kind of in the cell. You are over here, by the way. In case you didn't know where you were.
Just so you know, it's black for me too, or black for
I
probably
can
all of
see
us. If you didn't set the vision on our individual tokens yet.
So, that's where you four are. Can you guys see it?
No.
No, I don't see anything.
Okay.
I see where we are, but I don't see where.
I see where I am.
Yeah, I don't see where August is, but that doesn't matter because I don't know where August is. So.
You have dark vision. Why? Man, I thought I said all this. Okay. My
I
bad.
also have dark vision. I didn't write it down, so I'll do that really quick.
That was probably why you don't have it.
Yeah.
If you didn't put it in your character sheet, I probably didn't give it to you.
Let me double check.
But because at one point I tried to set everybody's up. Fire Genosities
Oh,
do.
look, there it is.
Yeah, fire gnosis
Oh.
too.
And then
Yeah, tieflings have it.
you see it in shades of red.
Yep, there I work now.
Okay, and everybody else. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and just set your tokens to this real quick. That way. Select token. Save changes. And okay. I will adjust this when we for now, just don't delete your tokens. I'll fix it later. So, yes, you see this this human woman with kind of curly, sort of ginger auburn brown hair. She looks a little calloused in the hands in particular. Is just kind of like hunched over, but you're kind of viewing in from above. But that's kind of what you see, and then this is kind of just a barred gate. So, with that, let's go back to the group. As the four of you head into the prison, what would you like to do?
I'm still playing passed out on Lucian.
Yes, you are.
Lincoln is basically scanning the cells as they're walking by to try to identify the one of the prisoners that they're looking for, just in case they're there. Which it's probably either Adric or Valentino, although they don't know what Valentino looks like.
We just know he's a changeling, right?
You know that Valentino doesn't. Well, you theorize. You don't know that he's a changeling, but you could theorize that that might be the case, based off of how they described him.
Yeah, which was not at all.
So yeah.
But yeah, he's going to look more specifically for a dwarven man, presumably Adric.
So you are
Adric hopefully will be able to identify Valentino.
okay. So as a prisoner, do you just begin walking around?
Well, presume alongside
He's like
and
rope behind us.
Okay.
Yeah.
So through the telepathic connection, like, are you saying, "Hey, let's go find the dwarf on this floor"?
Yes, I'm sorry, I should have
Okay.
specified that.
No,
But
you're
yeah,
good.
he will suggest keep an eye out for the dwarf in particular because he can help us identify Valentino, hopefully.
Okay. So you guys have control of your tokens. Show me where you want to go.
Sorry, I still can't see.
Oh, really?
No.
That's
Oh,
weird.
wait, I see it now. I see it.
Oh, okay.
My bad. I see. Right.
Okay. So,
It's very. I'm guessing it's very dark in here, right?
yeah, it's extremely dark. Actually, as you look around, you can pretty much. It seems like they almost intentionally keep it pitch black in here.
Beautiful. Well, I'll just like telepathically just. It's rather darker in here than I remembered, and he's just gonna blink his eyes, and I will give the 3 folks around me. I will share with them my eyes of night. So now you guys all have 300 feet of dark vision. And it lasts for an hour.
Damn.
Nice. Cal's like, I just finished programming the tokens. No.
I will just know that you all have infinite dark vision here. And actually, I'm gonna say, I assume there's a range on this.
300 feet.
Well, it's only so creatures I can see within 10 feet. And number equal to my wisdom, which is those 3.
Okay. Yeah. All right. So, so August unfortunately does not get the 300 bonus. But you guys do. So, you now can see insane amounts of stuff. So, also these little doorways here are they're barred. They're just open so that you can actually see into the room.
Gotcha.
Okay. As you kind of take lead, Lucian, and begin walking down the hall, as that's what I'm seeing on here. This guard over here particularly looks over and goes, "Hey, what are you doing?"
I'm just looking for an empty cell. I gotta drop this guy off, then I gotta go see the warden.
Make a deception check.
Natural 20.
Natural 20.
Nice.
Wait. Blithe?
That's me.
You're seeing the warden?
Yeah, right?
Must be bad. And kind of looks back to the other person and just kind of chuckles. All right, have your way to the prisoner then. And they just kind of like are chuckling over at the fact that you're gonna have to go see the warden. But they step aside long enough for you to kind of pass and bring Tan along.
Come on, Dominoes.
As we're going, Zunra's gonna check inside each. He's gonna hold up the rear, and he's gonna check inside like each cell that they pass.
Okay.
Just like looking around, up and down, just making sure everything feels copacetic.
Okay. Awesome.
Is there a cell I'm being dropped in, Cal?
We're just finding one right now.
Yeah, you're just you're searching around trying to find an empty cell, which you will actually be able to find on this floor, ironically enough.
Yeah. Also, Lincoln will think internally for the group. Perhaps they have a roster of which cells each person is in, and then we can find out where our prisoners are. That might be in the warden's office too.
Anybody respond?
Nope.
Okay.
No,
I think we
I'm
might.
a little sneak.
I must
might
take a
check-
snake.
I'm gonna check the warden's office for that, but let's see if we can find anyone who matches the description up here.
Okay.
Sure.
Sneaky. Gotta find some cells.
Okay.
Are we missing somebody?
Yep, sorry.
Yep.
I moved my token.
There we go.
Okay.
I was too focused looking at your smiling faces.
Oh, thank you.
Aw.
Oh,
I'm going north.
Okay.
okay.
Oh gosh, it's another guard.
Ah. Are you serious? Live. Of course you have to
What?
be on the clock.
Well, that's my job.
Kind of looks at you like, why is he not angry or distasteful right now?
I'm in a good mood.
Right. After losing that many times at playing cards?
Well, let's just say that I might have had a lucky evening.
All right.
In a different way. If you get my drift.
You?
It seems very hard to believe.
Alphega will chime in and say, "Is it lunchtime yet?"
Zuna's just gonna hit him on the head.
Anyway, pardon me, looking for a cell.
He just kind of like awkwardly, like dumbfounded, steps aside. Like,
As
Ooh.
they pass, Zuna's just gonna be like, "We're just gonna take his money again. That's like it always happens. Just."
I was about to say, I mean, if he's moved on that quickly, he's likely
Listen,
to make the
he's-
same mistake soon.
He's really trying to put on a hard face right now.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know you two are
It's like-
close.
Oh no, we're not at all. I just have to get stuck with this buffoon for this job.
Right. Better you
Well-
than me.
Yeah, you're telling me.
You guys continue making your way down.
There's a token in this room.
As you look in, you see a very definitively different individual from most of the other prisoners. There is a what seems to be a dwarf, pretty obvious, who's had his beard shaven completely, which is like super rare, especially like even in how many dwarves you guys have seen in town, the women, the men, you've not seen a clean shaven bearded dwarf yet. But this guy has like kind of a short military cut with that fresh shaven face. You can see he just looks completely dejected in the cell.
Hey, yo, buddy. You seem to be missing something on your face. What's your name, dwarf boy?
Don't rub it in.
Blithe, shut up.
I see that you kind of actually rubbed it off there.
Fuck you. Don't have time for this.
Wow, I see you actually got plenty of time sitting alone in the dark there.
Just kind of
Blithe,
like,
I want to get paid. Come on, let's move it.
You just hear in the head, because Tan's still playing passed out. Is this one of our people that we're supposed to be looking for?
Think so.
Alphega or Lincoln will think over to Lucian.
This is a wall.
It's a toothless grin that he was described to have. Maybe you can try to get him smile instead of berating him.
I'm gonna think into Lucian's mind as well. Are you gonna drop me off in a cell, or are you taking me directly to the warden?
We're gonna try to get you into the warden.
Okay. I would recommend maybe dropping Alphega off in his cell then.
number one's voice kind of chimes in overhead. Have you tried mentioning his name?
Lincoln's not gonna say the name and pretend to know him.
Yeah, hold on.
Wait, hold on. I know you. You're Adric, right?
Kind of grunts and just like shuffles and turns away from the door.
Ah, well. special exception for you, Radrick. Radrick? Yeah, that sounds right. Anyway,
Fuck you.
well, you get to have a buddy to play with, and I'll open up the door with the keys.
Okay, you just do this right in front of the guard. The guy kind of looks at, hey, what's going on there?
Blithe, this isn't protocol, like I've told you 500 times.
I'm sorry. I get really anxious when I'm by myself. I didn't mention it to you, but I asked this guard here if he would be kind enough to give me a buddy.
Astric kind of just like rolls his eyes and groans and just like collapses on the floor, like totally depressed.
Son's mercy.
You can see the guard kind of looks over and goes, make a deception check.
Sure.
If I stare blankly, will it help?
That's not good, unless if I can get advantage.
I'll let. How are you like just staring blankly at him like?
Yeah, I'm gonna look at him blankly. I'm gonna kind of shrug my shoulders.
Yeah. You know what? Why not? Why not? It's fun.
That's a lifesaver then. 19.
Okay.
It was 6 at first.
Kind of looks at you. Fine.
Thank you for your kindness.
I'm off the clock, anyways. You're my replacement.
Yep.
Just kind of
You
like
got it.
hands you the keys. Wait a second. How did you get those keys?
Guy on the way out gave them to me.
Make a deception check.
Can we lie our way through a prison? 11.
I'm gonna try and help give you advantage by just saying, Blithe, did you really forget? I gotta report you to the warden. You forgot to give the keys back again. This is like the 5th time in the past month.
Make it at advantage.
Good save.
Still 11.
Kind of looks and goes, right. Well, I'm still off the clock, so fuck it. And just kind of like begins walking out.
Does he hand me the set of keys as well, or does he take them with him?
No, he takes them to turn them in. Takes his keys to turn them in.
Right.
All right, well,
Open the door.
I'll see you later for cards, I guess, Blithe. And I'm gonna just start walking Tan towards the wardens.
Playing past.
I'm coming with you.
Okay, and I guess.
Oh, I thought
Yeah,
Blithe.
it is going in the
I thought
cell.
Blithe was taking his shift. Oh well. Okay.
Yeah, I told him I was still gonna go to the warden first.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna put Alfega in the cell. I'll close the door. I'll lock it, and then I'll hand him the keys.
Okay. And there's
Right,
no
yeah.
one else in this particular hallway, so that works. That guard is gone.
All right, so we just. Now we just go to the lunchroom to get down, right?
You can go through the main doors at the front. They'll take you through the different levels. The guards typically don't transport prisoners through the cafeteria. And also you can't get to the 5th floor through the cafeterias.
Okay. So we got to go back where we came.
Yeah, I think we gotta go here, and then these are like the stairs that'll spiral down.
Okay.
So you take your tokens, move them along as needed.
And we'll just go back down the hallway with the guards we already lied to, so they know what we're doing.
Nice. Fair. Alright.
While they're doing that, Lincoln is just going to kind of kneel next to Adric, and he's going to kneel down next to the dwarf and say, "This is very important. Please tell me your name."
Adric.
Adric. And he's whispering this as quietly as possible, but loud enough for Adric to hear. "The Vale sent us."
Little in his expression changes, but there's a signifying of I understand. And he kind of leans over closely. What's the plan? Do you have one?
We do. The rest are getting out. Well, we need to find Valentino first. Do you know where he is?
You can see his face kind of sunken in. Valentino is causing problems. He's likely on the lowest floor.
Nice.
What does he? Do you know what appearance he is taking now? They didn't describe him when they didn't know what he really looked like.
They cuffed him. Took the shape of a serpent-like person.
Okay. So yeah, Lincoln is going to nod and just reassure him. We're trying to get out Valentino, Helgrit, and Lorania as well. If they're all downstairs, then once they get them free, then I have the keys for us to open this gate and climb out of the vents. Just hang tight and don't cause any problems unless if we need a distraction as a last resort.
Understood. I don't remember where the twins are. I haven't seen them in a while, so I don't have any information regarding them.
So they may not be down at the bottom stairs. Okay. Lincoln will effectively think this to the rest of the group. He will first of all describe the form that Valentino most recently took as a serpent-like humanoid. That's the last that Adric had seen him, and he got in trouble, so he is likely on the bottom floor. He doesn't know where the twins are being kept.
Great, 3-for-1 special. Where's the dandelion hair? Are you in here? Are you dead? Yes, no?
Are you talking to me?
No, I'm talking to the elf that it's the frilly, puffy, white hair, you know.
I think he's talking in our mind to August.
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
in our minds, by the way, yeah.
Yeah, no, number one was like, what the fuck? Like,
I think he's trying to talk about August, and I think he already forgot her name.
Oh, that's the name, August. That's right. August theory, are you in here? Are you alive still?
Yeah, she's not gonna answer him.
Oh, well, I guess she's dead. That's a problem. But not very much of mine now.
okay.
Tan will just try to mess with August. Can you tell us if you made it into the prison or not?
Job. Do yours.
We're working on it. Just keeping tabs on each
Oh,
other.
there's the bitter flower.
She's not a hacker. She just needs to go, I'm in.
August, as you peer in, we'll shift over to you. As you're peering in from the vent, you look in and see this figure. What would you like to do?
there no other way to continue on through the vent?
Oh, like you can drop into the cell.
No, that's
but,
not what
like,
I want.
no.
I want to see. There's no way to continue in the vent.
Yeah, the vent opens up. Yeah.
Into.
Oh, yeah, no, the vent just opens up into this particular cell. So it's like a one-way tunnel.
I'm scooting back out. That's not who I'm looking for.
Okay. Why don't you give me a perception check or investigation check here, as well as you kind of look over this figure.
Did you want perception or investigation?
It's either or, your choice, whichever is better.
That's only a point difference. Natural
There's
20.
Natural 20. As you begin to kind of nudge your way out, you kind of look over the edge again in the second shot. This is Solanine.
Okay. I'll look back down and I'll kind of hiss at her. Like, psst.
What? And her eyes
What
go
are you
wide.
doing here? But I'm whispering, but in order for my mic to pick it up.
Yeah. No, I got you. She like looks over. She's looking up and she's like, "What the fuck?" Like, there's someone in a vent, and then like, "What the fuck? Is that August?" Like, she's just. What happened to your hair?
Fucking prison.
Too many protest rallies?
Sounds like a fucking lie.
Yeah. Can you get me out?
Well... Yes, you owe me one.
Fine by me.
Alright, I'll kinda... go down into the cell and see if we can get, Solanine up into the vent.
Okay. Yeah, what check would you like to make for this?
Let's see. I mean, I feel like that's up to the DM there.
Well, what are you like trying to like brute strength her up? Are you trying to like pull her from above? Do you have like rope that you're gonna try to use to like pulley system it here?
Quest rope. So I would say I do not have it. I have my thieves' tools. And my weapons pretty much.
Okay.
Yeah, I guess I'll just try to pull her up into the vent.
Okay. Why don't you give me an athletics check? This will be more so to decide how much time it takes and some maneuvering. But
Sure, 17.
17! Damn! Alright.
Nice.
Yeah, you kind of grab onto her wrist, and she is able to kind of give a nice little jump and is able to kind of hop into the vent beside you a little bit. Just as she does so, you hear like a guard kind of like walking by a little bit. Why don't you give me a stealth check to see how quiet this was?
So that is an 18.
18,
Nice.
Excellent. She got a natural 19. So it's just into the shadows and into the vent. The guard kind of walks by. You can see kind of the corner of their boots as they're just looking the complete opposite direction, kind of lazily dawdling their head. She gets up into the vent beside you and goes, "Wow. Seems like a really easy way to get out."
You think somebody else would have tried it before, honestly. It's how I got out the first time.
Wait, you were here?
Yeah.
What were you here for?
It's a really long story that I can't talk about right now because I have limited time and you're not the only one I have to get. So this vent just goes straight outside. There is some climbing to do.
Yeah, do you know, I think, floors, I want to say 2 and 4 are on lunch right now, if that helps information-wise.
Floor?
What?
What floor am I on right now?
Oh, you're on 5.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll go back out the vent. And you just hang out in the vent for a while and keep an eye outside. I'm going to go into another vent to try to get to a different floor. But don't try to leave yet. There might be some noise later that might be distracting that could help you get out.
Right.
As in, there might be a prison riot later.
Listen for a prison riot, don't get seen.
So just hang out in the vent for a while unless for some reason you really think you need to leave. Like there's a guard checking out the vent.
Okay. Yeah. I'm with you.
Keep your head down, wait for the prison riot, and hope you can climb down decently. I've got to go check out other vents.
Took a few rock climbing courses. She kind of mutters to herself as you make your way back. You're making your way back in, or you're making your way to a different vent outside?
A different vent outside.
Okay. Yeah, you can see one that is kind of a little bit higher up on the mountain, and one that's a little bit closer and off to the left. Which one do you want to go for?
So I'm on the 5th floor. Do the floors go up or down?
So floor 1 is the highest, followed by 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, I'm going to try to make it to the higher one, hoping that it's either 4 or 2.
Okay.
Because those are on lunch.
Yeah, absolutely.
And I will tell everybody telepathically that apparently 2 and 4 are on lunch.
So the only floors that are not are the ones I'm supposed to be on and the one that Zunrith is supposed to be on.
Correct.
That is correct.
Also, Cal, I'm sorry, I forgot to ask. Is there a vent inside Adric's cell?
There is not a vent in this cell.
Okay, gotcha.
You did see a vent. The cell that you, on your way here, there was a vent in the cell that you passed by.
Okay.
If you
I
want to
may
move your
ask
token
you to-
around, if you want to move your token around to like just see what I'm talking about, you can. But I'm gonna go ahead and just ping where the cell is a few times.
Okay, so the adjacent cell. Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Thank you. That's it.
Yep. Okay. So August, go ahead and I'm not gonna require an athletics check. It's starting to get to the point where you're able to climb yourself here. Also, the mountains are not unfamiliar to you in general. So you make your way up to the next one and kind of sidle down, and you are gonna get dropped. I need to zoom out in order to look at this massive map. And you are gonna get dropped into this cell.
Okay.
There's no one in it.
Okay, hold on. My roll 20 is kicked me and now is trying to boot back up.
Okay, cool. I will.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm back, but I don't see myself.
Okay. Now do you see yourself?
Hold on. No.
Okay.
Try to refresh roll 20 again.
Okay. While you're doing that, let's go ahead and shift over to the other group.
Sounds
So,
good.
If you are on the map page, you will be in like the bottom right-ish space, essentially.
So, our information tells us the twins are on the rack. Or, no.
You don't
Yes.
know
Twin-
where the twins are. They have not.
That's-
No one that you've met has had contact with the twins.
Right,
lately.
right. But that's what they said they suggested on our initial information.
They
from
said
outside
that
the
they regularly visit the table, which would imply that they're down on level 5.
Yeah.
Right.
Level 4 or 5, most likely. Something lower.
Yeah. So, should we just go all the way down, or actually, if 2 and 4 on lunch, we won't find anyone in cells.
Either way, we're going to need the keys for the lower levels, since only the Warden has them.
So we need to go to 5 first anyway. Alright, let's go down.
Tan will just think out to everyone else. We're heading to level 5. We're going to try going to the Warden's office.
Okay.
Warden's on level 5.
Oh, really? I didn't know. Could you elaborate? It's like there's an echo in here.
I'm just reiterating.
So,
I thought I'd leave the fucking attitude.
as you all make your way to kind of the guards stationed here, they look up Blithe. What are you doing? Why are you leaving your post? Are you shirking your duties again?
Listen,
No, I already told the other guys I gotta drop this guy off, then I gotta go see the Warden with this guy.
I'm gonna just pull one of the guards in and just listen. I said that if he stops bugging me for the next 5 weeks, that he could get his name on this captured payment, and I really don't want to work with him another minute, so please just let me be in and out really quick.
Yep. Both of you can make deception checks at advantage at this point.
We're so good at this.
Shouldn't it be persuasion, because it kind of seems like Zunrith means it. He's not lying.
Natural 20.
What the fuck? That's like 5 natural 20s.
It's a good
That's a
session. 19. They're like, was it Bert? Bert's a softie. Just kind of open up. You guys can descend to whichever level you want to. And I will just go ahead and drag your tokens where they need to be.
We're going to
Yeah,
5.
we're
5.
gonna go to 5.
All the way down.
We're gonna die.
I'm gonna die.
You're fine. I got your stick in my bag.
I'm actually just gonna tell you in your head that I'm not sure what your plan is, but just in case, the dust of coughing and sneezing, it can incapacitate someone.
Isn't it on your person? Aren't the magical items still on our persons?
I
Cal,
gave you specifically in the bag of
Oh.
holding.
Yeah, he put his stuff in the bag of holding.
Because we're not killing the Warden, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Why not?
I'm not opposed to it, but it might
Wait,
cause a little bit of
I
a
don't-
scene.
Oh yes, we don't want a scene caused.
Yes.
Okay.
I mean, really, it's a dead warden in a prison. Things like that happen all the time.
Believe me, if it comes to it, I will not even try to stop you.
Well, let's use the dust first, knock them out, then cut their throat. So they don't make noise.
That was the plan.
Alright. I'll take the dust out as we're going down the stairs and why don't you just hold it so when we toss it you can just blow it in her face.
Fair enough. I have it.
So I'll put the dust so you can, that you're being unconscious and whatnot.
Yep.
Well, I'll let you two take care of that. I have a plan for finding our missing compatriots. Just do wait before I take any action.
Wait before you take action.
Wait. Zunat did not say before you take action.
Oh,
That
wait
was
before.
that was
okay.
a misspeaking on my
Alright,
part.
yeah,
Yeah.
alright.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. Fine.
All right. So you guys make your way finally down to the 5th floor. As soon as you step through, this guard comes just kind of jogging over and like pushes completely by Blithe and just kind of like shoves you into the wall. You can make a check if you want to try to resist, but that's what he's going to try to do.
No.
Okay. You just kind of like fall with Tan. Tan, you like feel yourself kind of hit the wall. I'm gonna need a performance check from you to see if you're able to like maintain, looking like you're limp and knocked out.
That's not
maintain
good, but I am
concentration,
going
but-
to use my inspiration on it.
Ooh, your Constitution inspiration, I'm assuming.
Yep.
Nice.
Try again. It's not much better. Performance is what you said?
Yep.
Oy, I'm gonna say that's probably just an 8.
An 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's just an 8.
As you're kind of over there and you find yourself like slightly opening your eyes in the moment, this guard is a little unfocused and goes right over to Zunrith. Just begins like, Jason, how you doing? It's been a minute. You on this floor? You're muted.
You're muted.
Yeah, I'm about to be. Can you believe they put me with fucking Blithe? Oh, the fuckers.
Oh, that's... He says like, oh, rough luck. Looks over, sees Tan's open eyes. He's awake! Knock him out! It kind of goes over, brings out a baton.
Hold on. Warden wants him awake, but I had to wake him up in a second anyway. Warden wants to see him.
He's a monk! Take him out now while he's still droopy.
Okay.
Yeah. Zunat is already like ready for a punch.
I'm gonna knock you on the head with the butt of a mace. Just bop. Go to
Okay.
sleep.
Are you doing it like strongly or strongly? Like,
I'm doing it strongly.
okay. What is Zunrith
Zunrith-
doing?
Is actually full force punching him in the face.
Oh gosh. Okay, make an attack roll, Zunrith. Tan, you get performance check at advantage here. Actually,
Tan's
take
not
triple
gonna-
advantage. Roll 3
Unless
and
he's
take the
actually
highest.
knocked out.
Tan's not gonna let me punch him? Rude.
I am gonna. He has advantage on the hit. I'm not gonna like.
Yeah.
I know what the point of this is. My performance is a 10 for that one, and
Did you roll?
10.
I was about to, you get 3 rolls.
Triple
I said you get
advantage.
triple advantage.
Oh,
If you want to take a third roll and take the highest.
yeah,
Your
no.
roll. Get a hit, and then
So
get a
much
hit
going
again.
on.
You got this, Luke.
I believe in you.
Okay, that's better. 14. Needed
14.
the triple advantage.
Okay. 14. What was your attack to hit Zunrith at advantage?
18.
18.
It hits.
It hits.
hits.
Deal 1 plus your strength.
So wait, hang on. If my strength is -1,
I'd say it's just a 1.
It's
It's just
one.
yeah, you can't
Okay.
reduce
Just one.
damage.
yeah, okay. Good. No, good.
Your
good.
punches heal people
You
actually.
punch him and you get healed.
Yeah. It's only -1. It would just do 0 damage. Come on.
Oh man, that's a funny.
It's like I
mechanic.
got hit by a feather.
A magical healing feather. Okay, moving on. So, as you pretend to be knocked out again, this time he goes, right, you guys just gotta take care of this stuff quick. Nip it in the bud. Blithe, you could learn something from Jason over here.
If you say so.
Anyways, who are you replacing?
Oh, is
We're
he
just
talking
here
to
to-
me?
Yeah, he's talking to you again, Jason.
Okay.
Zunwolf.
You know Duggan? He
Duggan.
apparently got some foot thing that
Oh.
came up. Yeah.
Oh, that's
Like
gross.
real infected, real gross.
Ugh.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah.
Remind me. I don't think I've ever worked with Duggan. Thank goodness. I don't need no foot grossness.
Yeah. Remember that time that they tried to like make us have to like group showers here?
Oh.
Thank God for
Oh,
that,
it was
right?
awful.
Like that would have been
Oh,
so
it
much
was so
worse.
awkward.
Like if like yeah, and like misdodged a bullet.
Treat
there,
us like
right?
prisoners.
Yeah. Gosh. Anyway, what are you doing down here? They got you stationed all the way at the bottom, or are you on your way back up?
Oh yeah, no, I have lots of fun down here. You get to taunt the prisoners, you know, little whip there. Sometimes I get to watch a little bit of what goes on in the table. Pretty great.
I'm gonna roll a willpower check. Okay. Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah, that sounds like a lot of fun. I might after I have finished this thing, I might ask the warden if I can, you know, relieve some stress down there.
Yeah. It's real cathartic.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyways, good luck. Have fun.
Thanks.
Um,
I'm just gonna say in my head, I'm going to kill that man. He's going to be the first one that I murder on our way out.
from a DM standpoint, so valid. Anyways.
Well, we should probably continue. We're almost there.
Yes, whenever you go there, if at all possible, just open the door and then close it right away.
Zuneth is going to punch Tan again.
He's speaking in his head.
Like deal damage?
Okay, this time he's not helping him though. He does not.
Yeah, like just the 1 point of damage, but he's gonna punch
Okay.
him, and I rolled a 19.
Oh, fuck you.
You give him like a swift kick.
Yep.
What the fuck was that for?
The guard
That
goes,
one was
yeah.
Anyway, as I was saying before I got kicked, you need to probably open the door and just throw it in. From what I remember, this thing has a 30-foot effect area.
Oh, I thought you were gonna just blow it in her face.
Yeah, it's that effective.
Wait, so you're going to throw dust that affects 30 feet, and not thinking about how it will probably also affect you, you're going to just hope that it knocks out the warden, and then just keep the door closed?
They have. What else?
No, I want to see how this plays out. I'm just gonna keep walking with them.
Solid. Okay. So you guys walk down the hallway. We'll go ahead and shoot over to August. Were you able to find your token?
Yep, sorry, but unable to find my mouse apparently.
Oh. Cool.
Yes, I did find my token. I've got to scroll over there now.
You're good.
Wait, I did find my token. Where'd she go? There she is.
I know it's a big map and it's a lot of blackness.
It is a big map. I found her again.
Good. All right. So,
If there was is there like a center on token in Roll20? No.
It really should be.
No.
It
No.
really should be. All right.
Yeah.
I was about to say we need one, but then I was like, well, let me make sure I'm not. There isn't one. All right.
Yeah.
So I crawl through the vent and I find it empty.
Okay.
The cell, at least.
Yes.
Correct?
Yep. The cell is completely empty.
And this is just the vent ends at this cell.
Yes.
Okay, I would like to listen to see if I can hear like patrolling guards, like somebody walking in the hallways.
Yeah.
I would assume the guards make, metal-ish noises and footsteps, so it would sound different from just prisoners shuffling around their rooms.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, give me a perception check. You can definitely hear noise, but we'll just decide how much detail you're able to hear. So.
Oh, hold on, sorry, when Roll20 crapped out on me, it took out my character sheet too, which was in another window, so let me put that up again.
Gotcha. No problem.
I did not notice that. Okay, perception. I think I accidentally roll with advantage, but it would be a 9.
I think you have... Oh, no, keen senses on elves is just proficiency. A 9. Okay. So as you listen for the sound, you can hear some shuffling of guards' boots amongst the shuffling of prisoner feet. Best as you can tell, somewhere nearby, everybody's just kind of moving around. You can hear lots of idle chatter, and occasionally a really loud, like, smack of the lips of somebody eating food.
Okay. Can I see the cell door from here?
Like, can you see the door into the hallway?
Can I see how to get out of the cell from here?
Oh, yeah, you can see the iron bars over here, which is how you get out. If you want, like, you can kind of move your token up to about here to kind of see both ways through the hallway, just at a peek.
Well, I'm not leaving the vent yet.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Yeah.
I was just trying to see where the door is. Does the door appear to be open or unlocked since it has no resident?
It actually does seem to be closed. I would say you could roll a check to see if you can tell if it's locked. But
that would be if I went down into the cell.
I mean, from a distance, you can make an investigation check to see if it's locked.
Okay, investigation. 19.
19. Yeah, you can tell that it is not locked, but it is closed, so.
Okay, I'm gonna drop down into this cell.
Okay.
And try to open that door.
Okay. I assume you do so, like, slowly. As soon as you do, you notice that there is a guard over here, who's kind of, like, sitting on a chair, kind of, like, lazily lolled back. At a glance, maybe snoring. Tired, but you can kind of see some other individuals in this room as well. With hopefully your dark vision.
I'm going to go the opposite way and look into the next cell. I'm going to do it as stealthily as possible.
Okay. No stealth check required. This is something you're exceptionally good at, and there is no one around to hear you. Seems to be no one here. Same deal. Closed but not locked.
Is that a dead end in the hall?
Yes.
Does there appear to be a vent in this cell?
Yes, actually.
All right, I'm going to slip into that cell and see if I could peer up into the vent and see what's going on up there.
Okay. So you look into this vent, and are you trying to ascertain, like, where it lets out outside, or if it goes to, like, another, like, room? Is that kind of what you're looking for?
Yeah, I'm trying to see where it goes. Does it seem to just head outside in the same direction that the vent beside it went, or does it seem to have connectivity elsewhere?
Why don't you make a investigation check? 10. Difficult to tell. Probably just lets out outside based off of just, what you already know, but that's just a vague guess.
And I'm gonna do a little tiptoeing around and see if I could see in the other two see any more cells this way.
Mm-hmm. Are you just gonna kind of take a sneaky shift around the whole like floor? Are you checking this particular one for connectivity again, or are you moving?
No, right now I'm looking to see if there are any people in any of them.
Oh, yeah, as you kind of go around, go ahead and give me just a general stealth check. You don't have to travel around everywhere.
23.
23. You disappear into the shadows of this dark spot. I'm gonna move you around a little bit just so you kind of like get a lay of like what the whole place looks like. You didn't actually go there, because you would have been seen, but you're able to sneak around and see pretty much every single cell. No one's here.
This entire floor.
What?
No one's on the entire floor.
Well, no one's in their cells. You can still hear a bunch of noise through kind of this hallway and this hallway.
Okay. Can I tell what floor I'm on?
Yeah, as you kind of look around, you can tell you're on floor 4. There seems to be like a 4 kind of just engraved in the wall.
All right. Tell everybody telepathically that nobody's in their cells on floor 4. Not sure where they are, but they're not here.
All right. Let's go ahead and shift to the other group. So what are you guys up to?
Go into the Wardens.
The groupie people, the groupies.
Lincoln and Adric are just playing cards or something, I don't know, but they're just biding their time until
We're
it's
just
time
playing
to
patty
leave.
cake in this way.
Update in
This is definitely the most awkward, just staring at each other. Just like,
We're gonna get
okay.
drunk. We're gonna sit in this cell for like 20 minutes and look.
Yeah. we're gonna get you out of here.
So the
That's
three.
nothing.
I wasn't lying when I said I needed a buddy.
So the
You wanna
three
be
of
my
you make your
friend?
way through. Get a little on track here. You make your way through. The guard over here kind of looks and goes, like, brightens at the sight of Jason, but not at Blithe. She kind of moves aside. Heard the earlier conversation. So, it's like, as you guys kind of walk by, kind of goes, where are you guys going?
I'm going to the Warden's office.
Oh. Yeah, I guess you have to go this way.
Why? What's it to ya?
Forget it. It just kind of like leans against the wall. Like,
This
very.
is why you have no friends. Still, he's just gonna point at him as they're walking away. Still see you for poker in a couple days, yeah?
Wait. You're inviting me?
Yeah. And he's just gonna like try and like awkwardly like point at like Clyde, just need to take his money.
You're pointing to a different guard?
No,
I'm pointing to Clyde.
Oh.
And I'm being
he's
like,
like, yeah.
we can take his cash. Like, but I'm just mouthing that to him. Like,
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay. But yeah, you guys make your way. He kind of just points down the hall to the north. And if you guys, I'll go ahead and move all of you up to this kind of space. But you can see that there is a door here that is specifically the warden's office.
Oh shoot, there's a guard right there, isn't there?
The guard right here.
Yeah, that's a guard, isn't it?
Mm-hmm.
We just... Ooh.
And this is probably the strongest looking guard you've seen in the entire prison yet. Like, her muscles are just huge. And she just, like, looks over at you guys, just kind of nods, just stares.
I'm gonna think to my... in my head. So when you throw the dust, we hold our breath, right?
No, we're gonna go with your plan. We're just gonna go in and I'm just gonna try it. I have no idea if it'll work.
So we hold our breath, right?
Yeah, I would
Okay.
definitely recommend it.
Just please do not throw it until I'm out of the room, preferably.
I'm gonna do it whenever she's in my face, and I'm just gonna try to blow it into her face
What a
and just
place.
hope for the best. And if you're in there, you're in there.
Oh boy. Alright, it seems like this Blithe idiot that you've been playing exceptionally well, maybe because you're equal to his intelligence, isn't well liked, so let me at least handle the knocking on the door.
We're not just gonna walk in?
No.
I feel like that's what my character would do.
Yes, that is, and mine would slap you. Do you want me to punch you in the face right now?
With the giant guard behind us, probably not.
Okay. Then please, just let me take this point. And he's just going to knock on the door.
Donk, donk, donk. Yes?
A special delivery for the Warden. It's a certain short red guy.
From behind the door you hear, I don't recognize your voice. Who is this?
It's Jason. Listen.
Did you get sick?
I've been with Blithe.
You're
for
not
the
supposed
past...
to be at work when you're sick.
I know, but I also have to make sure Blithe doesn't do anything stupid.
Fair.
Why does everyone hate Blithe?
May I come in?
Yes.
I
Door's
open
unlocked.
The door. Open the door, and
You guys should be able to
We-
see inside, right?
We just walk in and
Yep.
shut it, right?
yep.
Yep. Now this room is very interesting. So as you make your way into the warden's office, a number of precise and odd instruments made of metal sit on the wall on various prongs. There may be over a dozen just at a glance, each in a peculiar different shape. As close as you can tell, they're almost like terrifying imitations of cookware. Except for you, Zunrith. The room is sparse, save an oddly perfect and elongated metal desk. As you step into the room, though, the floor is, like, slightly spongy. And looking down, you can see, like, weird veins kind of, like, striated through it.
Wonderful.
That's not ominous.
Tan's just gonna whisper in their head, like, give me a heads up the moment I'm gonna get spun around.
What is it you want?
Hey, got a special delivery for you. Thought you might like it.
And I'll kind of toss the body towards the ground, towards her. As get about here, and we'll just toss him kind of in front of the desk.
Bounty
Set it on the
hunters.
table for me. And she, like, clears off the large table.
Bounty hunters picked him up. Listen,
Put them on the table.
if you don't mind, I'm really stressed, and Blithe said, I think you can handle Blithe. Do you mind if I go relieve some stress down in the room?
Of course. You're some of our prison's finest. And one of my personal favorites. You really should get your voice checked, though.
I know. It's something in the water, probably. Are any of those tiefling girls around?
The twins!
Yeah.
Oh,
there's
we've
a
been
good
most
impact.
successful with our experiments. But you might want to talk to the head of that department instead of me.
Right.
She actually, ooh, this is actually interesting. You know what? I want you to give me a charisma check of your choice to see like how much you're able to kind of like glean her favor.
It's not bad. 18.
Okay.
Wait, a charisma check meaning like skill check or
It could
just
be
straight
skill,
charisma?
but it could just be straight charisma too.
Okay, well, if it's a skill check, I'm gonna take a skill check over.
Okay.
So I'm gonna do persuasion of 18.
Okay. She says, in fact, let's just make it easy. That way you don't have to go in the front door. And she, like, turns around, and even though the wall behind is completely, like solid, she traces, like, a glyph over it, and you can hear, like, metal clicking and clacking and crunching as, like, a circular door kind of forms. And she takes you through, and I'm gonna go ahead and move your token. To just kind of like to a secret door that I'll just draw like a little thingy here. There's your secret door. So you guys can
Very
kind of
nice.
see where it is. And as she kind of shuts the door, she points to Blithe. Don't be stupid. Keep an eye on him. Also have fun. And she says, feed, and shuts the door. And the desk comes alive. And you see that, like, the, like, metal sheets begin to open up and teeth begin to crunch into Tan. Both of you make initiative rolls.
Ooh,
This was-
man.
Oh gosh.
What the
What a
hell?
high spaces.
It was going so well. So I click on my token, roll initiative, right?
Yep.
There we go.
Everybody has fun until they enter the flesh room.
Yeah. Your entire office is a mimic. Well, if it's a mimic, then you're stuck on the table. That's not good.
Fuck.
Meanwhile, Lincoln just stares at Adric.
So, read any good books?
No.
Hmm.
You.
Damn it. No. I just love this picture. So good. Alright. Dwelling on that too long, maybe. It's fine. Woo! Okay. Initiative.
I rolled 19.
Alright. Lucian?
7.
7. Ooh. Alright. Tan, you do actually have first go, as it's only gonna get one attack from surprise, which will be an advantage. That is going to be a 13 plus 5 to hit, so 18.
Yeah, it hits.
Alright. And you can feel this, like, almost like barbed tongue, take a lick across like your shoulder blades, and like you can hear this like shiver, feel this shiver of hunger from whatever the fuck this thing is. You're gonna take. Oh wow, that's a low roll. Only 5 piercing damage, and then you're gonna take 8 acid damage.
Fuck! Am I dead?
Not good,
No.
not good, not good. Not good, not good.
Tan, your turn.
Fucking hell. So the warden's not in here anymore.
Nope.
She went,
Door is shut.
fuck this thing, and I just get off this table. I'm not grappled, am I?
You are, yeah. You actually are. It's adhesive, so you do have to get off.
Yeah. I am.
Her own tamed mimic.
I'm gonna fucking punch this table as much as I can. I'm just gonna straight punch it.
Okay.
Is this what you meant by hopefully none of you die? You gonna let us die on mimic right away?
Hey, he gave us level 2, okay?
You're right, yeah.
You got to die with dignity.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I'm gonna straight punch this thing. Strike. Let me open this thing up. Natural 20 to hit.
Nice. Give me the double damage. Give it to me.
8 points of damage.
Total?
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait. Oh, did it? Yeah, it did.
You
8
doubled the
points of
dice?
damage.
Okay.
Yep.
No, you didn't double it.
Yeah, I did. It's 4 plus 3, and that's my one roll with modifier, and then it gave me another roll of my dice, which is another d4. So
Isn't it just double the first dice?
Cal just does double dice.
Yeah, I
No.
just do double dice.
So it should
okay.
be
Dice.
4 plus 4 plus 3, right?
Yeah, so that should be max damage. That should be 11
Yeah,
points
take-
of damage.
Take it. Take the max damage.
That's 11 points of damage
Jeez.
from one arm strike.
Yeah.
That's much better.
As you kind of peel one arm off, you like send like, I almost imagine like the jab into it, like the jabbing thingy. I'm really bad at describing this. Anyone know? Okay, no, never mind. Anyways, you take a strike at the table. Moving on. Do you bonus action?
I'm not done yet.
Oh,
I'm
I
not
know.
done yet.
I'm not done yet.
I got a key point. I'm gonna flurry of blows this thing.
Love
I'm
it.
pissed now.
Here for it.
Oh man.
Flurry of Blows, also Blythe's nickname in some of the building.
Does a 13 hit?
13 does hit. Yep.
Okay. I'll just take the damage that's on here because it's auto-rolling damage right now.
Okay.
That is 4 points of damage.
Cool.
And then unarmed strike again. Natural
Nice.
20 again.
Yes.
Nice.
Man, nice.
And it rolled the dice for me again, and I'm gonna turn that off because this time it's a 1, so 1, that's 5
8.
points of damage.
It's 8.
1 plus 3.
1 plus 3 times 2.
No, you
No,
only double the
it's
dice.
just- yeah, you only double dice technically.
Oh, that's what you're doing? Okay, I thought you were doing total.
Okay.
Never mind.
Nope, you good. And I'm gonna go ahead and say house rule for this situation because you rolled 2 natural 20s on this attack sequence. So I'm gonna say you have the opportunity to kind of do a cool like peel yourself up and be ungrappled.
Sweet.
Nice.
I'm not grappled anymore. What else do I got here? I think that's all I can do for this turn.
Nice. All right. Excellent. Are you gonna move anywhere? Because technically, I'm gonna move you off the table because you are ungrappled by it. Do you want to move anywhere?
I'd love to, but I only have 1 hit point, so no.
All right, fair enough.
Oh gosh. We didn't get any health potions. We should have done that. We could have got them for free.
The healer left the room.
All right.
And the other healer's on the first floor.
Who's a healer?
You're a cleric. You have healing. Shut up.
Huh?
All right.
I don't know what that is.
Almost a decent.
So
Never heard of it.
we got Lucian actually is next. The mimic rolled really low.
Okay, yeah, because surprise round. Oh, that was a surprise round. Oh gosh. Okay. And I'll take my very undignified weapon, the maul, and I'm gonna smash it.
Okay, go for it.
He's not flanked. Okay.
No, sadly.
11 to hit.
11 does not hit, unfortunately.
All right, we're gonna action surge
Ooh, okay.
because I can do that now.
Yep.
That was bad damage roll anyway. Roll. 7 to hit,
Ooh.
miss. Gosh dang. No, 15. What? Okay, never mind. I clicked
Because of the lag. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I missed both times.
That's rough. That's rough,
Yep.
buddy.
Sorry, you're gonna die.
The
All right.
universe balanced itself out. I had 2 natural 20s, and you missed 2 times. The universe has balanced itself.
The mimic is going to make an attack at Tan, who is clearly the greater target. That is going to be a hit at 16 plus 5. So,
I'm down.
um,
It does-
yep,
don't
it's just
matter.
going to deal. It's not going to do enough to like kill you outright. So it just it like thrusts itself at you and just like just bludgeons you, dealing damage with its body. And you are. Huh?
Sorry to interrupt. With this happening, are the rest of us able to sense, because you mentioned beforehand that we kind of have this empathic link with one another? Like, can we sense someone is flatlining right now?
Yes, you can actually. Thank you for pointing that out because I was about to say something about it. As soon as Tan like gets knocked out to 0, all of you like sharing like a slight vague consciousness within another, all of a sudden you just feel one presence like just gone.
What's
Yep,
happening?
guys, I
As an
called it.
empath, my vibe is totally thrown off by this right now.
Like
It's like, I don't think I've ever seen a mimic. Have I seen a mimic before? I don't think I have.
I mean
Maybe I have.
you can make a history check.
I might have.
I'm just gonna say in the thing.
I would
Look,
know this.
Mutt boy, you don't have to take this so seriously. We left the room. I don't understand why you're beating the shit out of him that badly.
The desk is alive and eating him.
Is that what you say? Do you say that to Zudra?
Yes.
Oh.
Shoot.
Meanwhile,
Oh man.
As-
All right.
because we're kind of in combat, we will rotate to everyone a little bit as each round occurs. Zunrith, she walks in. Inside, you see this room is arranged in a very odd but symmetrical shape. The tables are placed as center points to a number of odd metal constructions. Lightning and arcane energy flow between these structures, and a complex table accommodating a number of attachments and substances organized in bottles on shelves stands in the center with a runic circle surrounding it. You can also see that in this table there are spike motifs that look almost vaguely like a crown, I hesitantly say. And it would be considered decorative if not for similar runes etched in various sizes across these spikes as well. She gestures out to the room. Look at the excellent work we do. You can see all these different bodies, most of them like kind of shivering and like kind of rigid. This one over here is just straight up dead, and it looks like they've been conducting like flesh experiments. And then over here you see a tiefling woman who just is kind of on the table, like clearly alive, but like very drugged.
Well, thank God I rolled a 10.
For what?
Just for himself.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I would also
And-
like you to make a history check here,
Okay.
as you're kind of looking at all these things.
Not very good at those. 13.
Okay. You recall some labels in your mind very, very vaguely, and you remember the experiences you've had of them. If you ever find yourself at the alchemy table, you can actually try to grab some certain substances and potions and concoctions.
If it doesn't seem like these runes are creating a barrier or anything, right? Or
What do you mean by a barrier?
like I can go to the table.
Yes. Oh yeah, yeah. There's
Okay.
no separation. They're just kind of organized. And actually, why don't you give me a religion check here?
Ooh. Jesus, take the wheel. That's also a 13.
Okay, what languages do you know?
I know. It's a great question. I know Common, Undercommon, and Elvish.
Okay, not in a language that you recognize. However, you are able to understand that the runes, especially in the center, have very significant religious importance. You're not able to hone it down to exactly what god or what maybe like entity is worshipped, or even like the motto or the morals, essentially. I can't think of the right word, but or the doctrine. I guess that's the best word for it. But you are able to tell that these runes are not just arcane, but also very divinely wrought. And there's an act of worship here as much as there is an act of experimentation.
Ooh. And you said I might recognize some of the implements or bottles on the table?
Yep.
I'm just looking to see what I do recognize and looking at my options.
Okay. Immediately, just kind of right on the edge at a quick glance, and then we'll move on. Is you see a drought that seems to be able to put someone in like kind of a laughing gas kind of state, like completely unable to really control their functions of the body.
Okay.
Experiencing that high euphoria. So.
Okay. Yeah, he's gonna pick that one up.
Okay. You just go over to the table and pick it up.
He's gonna look at the warden and just, may I? It's a lot more entertaining this way.
Well, it's not exactly protocol. Give me a persuasion check.
That's a natural 20.
Oh man.
She,
Natural 20s have been hacked.
Jason,
so many.
Jason, the warden has the hots for Jason. This is the only way this works.
She
I'll be
like
honest.
she intentionally like grabs your hand, kind of leads you over to the table, and like sets your hand on it. You can pay me back later. But you do have a closer look, and actually, like, she's gonna kind of let you get away with whatever you want here. That being said, let's move on to August. Let's rotate to August. All right, so August, what are you up to? You've done some scoping out on this floor.
Yeah. 4th floor. We have only discovered one of the people we need to get, right?
Yes.
2 now, right? Because we have one of the twins.
Well, if
Presumably.
yeah, it's a guess, but yeah, you could probably identify. It's the only other tiefling. It's the only tiefling you've seen so far. So.
I don't know that anybody told me that they have found the one tiefling yet.
No, I
No.
haven't said anything yet.
Yeah. So I will continue my search.
Okay.
I guess the best way, since the vents seem to be going pretty much outside. Walking around this area, did there seem to be stairs heading anywhere that were unoccupied?
No, it's pretty
Okay.
cut and dry just for security reasons. If you recall though, you do know that the cafeteria opens past these two entryways here, and you know that there is a ladder there. However, it being lunch means that literally everyone on this floor, guards and prisoners alike, is in that. So.
Well, I will find a vent and crawl into it.
Okay.
And take it where it leads me.
All right. You know what? Why don't we get a house roll for this one, just for funsies?
Okay. Yeah, she has no real idea. 4.
4. Okay. So let's do... you are gonna find... Do you, Why don't you give me a cell that you went to real quick? Like, just pick one.
Pick a cell.
On
Okay.
this floor. It opened up, so you can see the whole floor now, can't you? It's just not all lit up.
Yes.
Okay, cool.
Let's just go here.
Okay, excellent. So as you cycle around, you find yourself in another cell instead of outside. This one is also full of nothing. And if you glance out into the hallway, you can see the number 2 on the walls.
And this cell is empty.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, hold on. I'm trying to scroll there.
Oh,
I just
sorry.
keep missing it. No, you're good.
There you go.
Thank you.
Mhm.
Okay, I'm gonna check out the door, see if it's locked or unlocked.
Okay. It's unlocked. See, if looking out briefly, you can establish that it's the same situation as the other floor. Seems to be lunch. Everything is closed but not locked.
So it's the same thing. There appear, of a quick glance, there appear to be no prisoners
Mm-hmm.
In this area. Okay.
Yes. Like you can
I
see,
will-
you can see some kind of out of the corner over here, like I said in the cafeteria, but not like in the cells.
Okay. Same situation on level 2. Everyone's at lunch, and the cells are empty. Not sure how I'm gonna find anyone down here.
One actually reaches out and goes, "Do you want me to cause a distraction now?"
To what purpose?
Well, just to focus attention in one place. Maybe you can get a closer glance in at these lunch halls.
I don't know how I'm going to find people I don't really know what I'm looking for in a lunch hall. No, hold off on that. I want to see how successful everybody else is before we start doing that. It's kind of our Hail Mary, I guess. I'll keep looking around, but if anybody gets any information, go ahead and give me some.
I'll say you can hop into one more vent if you want to try and scope out more spaces.
Yeah.
Okay.
She's just looking around until somebody can give her some kind of idea of where to go.
Yeah, for sure. You are gonna find yourself, you go ahead and give me another house roll as you climb into another vent.
10.
10. Okay. You are gonna find yourself in a vent that kind of positions itself over kind of the crossway between the cells and the cafeteria. And you can see that no one is stationed in this cafeteria as it's currently not busy. However, down the hallway you can see that there is a guard here. You would have to figure out how to slip by without being seen.
Hallway or into the cafeteria?
So you can see your position kind of like the vent is like right here on this diagonal almost. So you can kind of like poke your head out and see a little bit down, but you can also kind of see a little bit like down the hallway a little bit, maybe to like here-ish, and you can kind of hear her.
And I would basically need to be sneaky to get into the hall. I'll wait for her to leave.
Okay. You just kind of wait a few moments as she kind of does some patrols in this kind of area, and as she's facing away, you're able to kind of slip out and enter the cafeteria if you want to kind of go behind the corner.
And there are no people in the cafeteria?
Nope. There's no one here, and you can move wherever you like.
Can I tell what floor this is?
Yes, this is floor 3.
Empty cafeteria on floor 3, so I'm guessing all the prisoners may be in their cells or elsewhere. She's just kind of letting people know where she is and what she's found.
Yeah, Lincoln will say, still waiting on the first floor for when it's a good time to let this prisoner out.
Well, hopefully our little red friend can be okay for a little while longer while I just found one of our tiefling friends. So give me a moment.
Yes, I might needed to sneaking downstairs to help.
Are you going to be quiet?
It's about trying to save our friend if they're being eaten by furniture.
Listen, one death is worth much less than the deaths of many, many others.
Very well, I just hope you would say the same thing if you were the one in his position.
Oh, I certainly would.
All right.
Lucian,
I've never
let me
fought
know
a
if you
death
need me.
before.
Let me know if you need me. I will find a way down.
Okay. As we kind of rotate from August to Lincoln, kind of looks over. So, that's kind of the story about my brother. Just kind of, you know, it was a little rough there for a bit, but we kind of patched things up. You know, just with the parents dying and everything, it was just a really complex relationship.
Yes, I understand that. My brother tried to kill me and then he framed me.
Oof. That's rough. That's real
Yes.
rough.
Yes, my story is much shorter.
Just kind of looks
Needless to say,
awkwardly
we
at
don't
the
get
wall.
along. We
Fair
have not
enough.
patched things up.
Fair enough, fair enough. Sounds like a bastard, if you ask me.
That is one way to describe it, sure. Sorry for the wait, I just don't want to let you out yet, and in case we have someone check in on you, I don't want them to be alarmed by having an empty cell.
Oh no,
But-
we're good. I'm good. I'm on the first floor. Prime time.
Yes. Yes, it is warmer up here.
Just looks at the wall awkwardly.
See that scratching right there? I was able to do that because I was chiseling with my finger. I learned how to chisel back in Worksford.
Oh no! Oh
Wrong
no!
universe, Mike. Wrong universe.
That scratch was the first day I was here, and then that scratch was the second day I was here. That one was the third day I was here. That one, that was the fourth day I was here.
That's the corner I used to go to the bathroom.
Okay. All
They
right.
gave me a bucket. It was cool.
All right.
Alright.
So.
Back to combat.
Back to
Figure out-
combat. All right, Tan, go. You make your death save.
I would just like to point out, if I roll a natural 1 here, I'm dead.
Very nice.
Oof.
Better hope you don't roll a 1.
It's an 18.
Yes.
Success. All right, nice.
Ugh.
For those of you that are watching, we play with permanent death saves. So if you lose one, it's gone forever until restored, which is possible through rituals in game. So that's why this is a little bit heavier.
Yep.
Moving on. So Tan succeeds. Lucian, what are you doing?
Hitting a desk with a maul. Yeah, because I don't think I can seduce it. So
I'm just saying there are instruments on the wall.
I hit it with a maul for 16 and
It's
10 damage.
nice. You've taken a giant, nice thwack out of this thing. It's gonna attack you back. It misses actually. That's a natural 8. So that's only gonna be like a 13 to hit. So it like thrusts forward and just like kind of like you're able to dodge out of the way. However, Tan's body is still sticking to the side of it.
I'm just gonna say, stay alive. 10, stay alive, please.
Bonus action with anything?
I can't bonus action with any. Oh, wait. 10. Do you have any possessions in the bag of holding that you put in there that I would want right now?
Let me check. There is. Here, I'll just give you the whole inventory. It's short. There is a fragment of a song, a tuning fork in the key of F, an amulet, there's 4 daggers, my decent clothes, my quarterstaff, my receipt for my quarterstaff, a bottle of red wine, and some caltrops.
Lucian, why don't you give me an intelligence check? Real
Intelligence
quick.
check.
Yeah.
Okay, you just want to check.
Yeah.
All right.
DC
7.
12.
7.
7? Nothing comes to mind in this situation.
Cool. So I'm gonna take, as my bonus action, I'm gonna take his wine, not mine, and bust it in the mimic's eyes. If I
Okay.
can do that.
Yeah, it's a bonus action. Why not? It doesn't really have eyes. You know what? Why don't you give me some intelligence or wisdom check of your choice to see if you can maybe get a mimic intoxicated.
Lucian seems really wise, so
21 history.
21. Okay. You remember a history about the mimic that was intoxicated and was easier to defeat. And
it's a
by
children's book.
The children's book. Why children don't touch wine bottles, because sometimes those wine bottles are drunk mimics.
It's like one of those old German like tales.
Yeah,
The child
Yeah.
dies.
the child dies in the
yes.
end.
Oh, that's exactly what happened.
Don't put your hand in the cookie jar, Timmy.
Think vaguely like maybe this will help. I guess. And you crack it on the side. You know what? I'll give you 2 piercing or 2 slashing damage from a cracked bottle. For it, just kind of as an offhand. And we'll
2
see if it has
damage.
any effects.
2 psychic damage because this mimic was in AA and now you made him break his.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I was clean for 2 months.
Oh man. All right. So that's Mimic, or Lucian. No, the Mimic. The Mimic already attacked you, didn't it?
Yeah,
Yeah.
you said
Yeah.
it missed.
Yeah.
And they missed.
So yeah. That's the end of that combat. Zunrith.
Okay. Are all of these people like what? Just general perception. Do I need to roll a perception check to see what's happening around, or like, are these people like actively torturing people, or?
There is no active torture going on. There seems to be a lot of there's a lot of basically dissection going on. Particularly at these 2 lower tables. These individuals down here are kind of like, they're using some manner of this kind of magitech machinery that's on the side to do something, and it all seems to be assimilating over into this like capsule-looking thing.
Gotcha. All right. Well, I'm going to look at the warden and who is provocatively touching me in a very uncomfortable manner, and I'm just going to be like, if you want, maybe with some privacy, we could have a little fun right here, just the 2 of us.
Ooh. Make a persuasion check with advantage.
And he's gonna pull out his dagger as well, along with the bottle.
Ooh! Ooh!
Yeah.
It's getting spicy.
You said at advantage?
Yeah. Oh
or
yeah.
Just normal. Okay.
Oh, you have advantage.
Very good. That is 21.
Okay.
Wait, 21?
She. Oh. How does she handle this?
This girl thinks she's about to grind the corn, is what she thinks.
There's there's kind of an elevated pedestal closer to the door, and she kind of goes up on it and says, "You all are lucky. You have a break right now. 1 hour." And they all like look really odd at each other, like, what the fuck? Like, and she just says, "Get out." And like, they begin to go towards the door, and then she's like, "And take the fucking prisoners with you, the live ones." And they like go sheepishly back and like take.
Jason's going to go. No. Jason's going to walk as she's announcing this. He's going to walk to the tiefling's table and put the knife and the laughing gas bottle, on the table, and just be like, "We can leave this one."
Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna make you roll for that.
What's an
She
audience?
goes, "Interesting choice." And they take the remaining prisoners out. They all just kind of like go out into the hallway, and she says, "Shut the damn door." And like, they just all are like, "What?" And just shut the door. She goes over to it, and you can see there are like several locks in place. And she just like takes out a key set, lock, 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 all the way down. And she turns around. "What are you doing?" What are you doing in this moment?
While she's locking the doors, since she's not looking,
You're trapped in there with her, bud.
he's going to slip or attempt slipping the dagger on the table a little closer to the tiefling's hand.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's going to walk over and meet her partway back to the table. I don't know. Is she gonna stand like in that zone, or does she get closer? I don't know how.
She slowly. She sensually walks to the alchemy table and like.
Oh boy.
Kind of touches over it. Also, it's at this point that you get a good look at the alchemy table. You can pretty quickly identify that there are some flasks here of liquid where you could alleviate the condition that the tiefling has like over her right now, like the drug that she's currently under. You realize you know exactly how to stop that. You also see a couple of different like small storage shelves with like small body parts attached, like noses, ears, toes.
Oh wait,
fingers.
she's drugged.
Yes.
She's drugged.
Yes,
okay,
she is
okay.
drugged.
Then I recant the moving the knife on the table to her hand, and I will I'll hold on to the dagger.
Okay. Cool.
But I'm going to just move over to the warden.
Okay.
And I'll just touch the back of her hair, back of her head.
Okay.
And go, let's just have some fun, shall we? And I'm going to cast Inflict Wounds.
Oh! Alright, I'm not gonna make you roll to attack. You just get to deal the damage. Actually, no,
Wow.
roll to see if you crit.
Okay.
But this is a surprise round.
Oh, that's an 18.
I want you to describe this casting as I just imagine the hand on the back of the neck and your eyes just like going like black and like just like
I didn't crit, sadly.
Okay.
I got an 18. It was so close. But he's just going to put his hand on her hair and just like all the like he's just been stuffing everything down the entire moment, and he's just going to just squeeze and just dig his dirty nails into her head, and the amulet is going to, that he picked up at the place is going to glow.
Okay.
Cool, and I'm going to roll 3d10.
Woo!
Okay, that's very good. That's not as good. Okay, so that's 16 points of damage.
Okay. We will come back to that. August. We're gonna go ahead and this is gonna be kind of the last round that we're doing things. August, is there anything that you would like to do? Say that again, sorry.
There wasn't anything to be said. I was
Okay.
making grunting noises with no words.
I would say you guys can tap into each other's emotions to kind of know vaguely, like in like vague thoughts to know vaguely what is going on with each other. Like you
So
can
you
tell
sense horniness
Zunra-
and murder.
Yeah, honest,
And
like a
no
little
fuss
bit.
at all.
Strange.
Like
Horniness and murder are actually coming from Lucian, and not who you think.
oh gosh.
Sorry, Kyle, I didn't mean to interrupt.
Oh
You
no,
know
you're
what? This
good.
checks out actually.
Horniness, murder, death, and where the fuck is everyone? And boredom.
August will just kind of continue to slink around and see if there's anything she can find.
Okay.
She kind of has no direction right now.
Yeah. Just kind of just like left out of the abyss a little bit.
Well,
You will say, like, if you spend some time kind of crawling around in vents and you get like certain spaces revealed to you, you do find one vent that opens into the second floor cafeteria. Obviously you might not want to step in here, but it opens up pretty closely to this other tiefling woman, which you're able to identify as kind of the other twin, perhaps. And then you would also, let's see here. After that, you would also find yourself you find yourself at a very, very like minute vent into the warden's room, where you can see Tan on the ground and Lucian fighting a mimic.
So she can watch the show.
Does Lucian look like he's doing okay?
Lucian hasn't been hit. He's fine. Currently.
But it's a very small vent.
And
Yeah.
there is an unconscious Tam.
You could probably make.
I can't do shit about that.
Throw some herbs at him. It's fine.
I don't even have
any
herbs.
essential oils.
I don't even have that.
I would say honestly, August is lithe enough. I could say you could probably get through into the room if you wanted to, pretty easily, if that was a concern.
Oh, I'll just. Lucian seems to be doing okay right now.
Okay.
Like, if Lucian wants help, he'll ask for help.
Oh, I
Gosh.
guess also, like, you see Tan on the ground and you're like, ah, yes, that's why he flatlined. Okay.
Do jack shit about anybody being in trouble like that. I'm a rogue. I've got nothing.
I'm the reason people are on the ground. I don't help them up afterwards.
Yeah. It's been counterintuitive.
Cool. So you've gotten to kind of explore the general prison and understand a lot of its layout, which will grant advantage on basically checks to kind of navigate and get out. So maybe write that for next session. Alvega, goes to you and Adric.
So, would you like to tell me about some of these drawings you put on the walls?
Oh yeah.
What inspired this one?
Well, this one was actually inspired by my brother that I was talking about earlier. It just like really makes me feel something to see like this juxtaposition of like placement of shapes, and like I don't know. I just really like it. What do you see in it? Because like art is so subjective.
Please tell me it's just a stick figure.
I was going to say, I see a bored prisoner that was carving into the wall because there was nothing else to do.
You know, that's so valid. Like...
And his attitude really just improved once he figured out he was getting rescued.
I know, right?
He's like, I don't even care. My beard is gone. I gotta get out of here, and I gotta talk to a guy before I get to do it. And I don't even have to worry about the responsibilities of outside when I get out there. I get a few moments of peace, knowing life is gonna be better.
I know, right?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, we're getting you out eventually, and it's like, yep, we're just chilling for now.
All right. So Tan, give me one more save.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Get a natural 20. You've had so
20.
many.
Oh,
Come on.
True. There've been a
Could
lot.
I
we-
really need that natural 20. I'm gonna roll on here because roll 20's been handing them out like they're candy.
Don't. Okay.
Nice.
What is it?
It's 15.
15 success. Okay. Nice. Lucian, your turn.
You gotta hit the desk.
Okay, go for it.
18, 12 damage.
Nice. You're actually doing pretty well 1v1ing this mimic, low-key.
Bullshit! I have dealt more damage than he has so
I've
far.
done 22
And I'm down!
Wait, how much damage did you do?
I dealt 11 plus 4 plus 5, I think? 6? I dealt 11.
I think I have
close.
1 point on
21.
you right now.
I dealt 21 points of damage to this mimic.
I've got 22.
Mimic charges into you. That is going to be a hit. It doesn't get
16 is my AC right now, by the way.
16
If that
is your AC. It's a 14 plus 5. So, wow, it rolled a 1. So that is a total of 4 bludgeoning damage. That's nothing.
Nice.
4 bludgeoning damage from the mimic, and yeah, that's gonna be it.
4 bludgeoning damage to the tankiest member of our party.
Lucian stubs his toe on the mimic after hitting it.
Oh gosh.
Ah,
I cut my foot on like one of the, wine shards.
Oh my.
okay, Zunrith, what are you doing?
Well, do I have to roll initiative? I just melted some skin and hair off of this warden.
Yeah, that's probably a good point, actually.
Maybe
Yeah,
she doesn't know
give
she's
me
in danger
initiative.
yet. Maybe she's into that.
Unless
Maybe
that's
she's-
her kink, which is
I was
even
gonna
more
say.
unsettling.
I was gonna say, is she enjoying this?
Is she into it, Cal?
Yeah.
What?
There's a house roll for you. It's an 11.
Which kink did she get?
Oh gosh.
Oh no.
We know you have a kinked table, Cal. We all know it.
By the way, okay. So sorry.
This is episode 1.
I got 18 for initiative.
18 for initiative. Okay, nice. 18 for Zunrith. She got a natural 20.
Oh, okay, understandable.
I mean, that's a good time for her to get a natural 20. I mean, hopefully she just gets all ones from this point.
That's true.
Yeah,
That's fair.
yeah.
She looks at you and just says, "You stupid boy." And she takes your arm over, bends it underneath, and kind of does one of those flips on you, throws you into the ground, and brandishes a knife at you, but can't quite attack. Go ahead. Let's see she got a natural 20 again.
Okay, well,
No,
I
not
yeah,
good.
unless I get a natural 20 on whatever check this is, then. Or is that just an attack?
That's an attack. That's her attack.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I didn't know if you were grappling me or some junk.
You will need to make a saving throw to avoid being prone. So go ahead and
Okay.
give me dexterity. Yeah, dexterity saving throw works here.
Cal, if we can as well. Can we wrap up here soon?
Yeah. Yeah, we can start to look at that real quick. Yeah.
Yeah, well,
so,
I don't make that save because I got a 1. So.
oh, yeah, she pins you on the floor, brandishes a blade, and she only deals 6 damage to you from that.
Ooh,
From the throw. She rolled really low, actually.
thank God.
And she you're right next to the table, and she looks up and grabs a bottle and cracks it over you. And that's where we'll leave session.
Okay. Drugs, kids. Not even once.
So, thank you for joining us for our first session. It's been a while. So glad to be back up and running. But have a wonderful night. And goodbye.
See you later.
See you guys.
Bye, thank you.
Bye.